They say the emperor's women are off limits, but I'm applying as the noble consort's lactationist. And that's not all. I'll have the princes and princesses calling me dad. See, in my past life I was a pediatrician, but I got reincarnated into ancient times. On my very first day here, I was being led to the chopping block. In a moment of desperation, I tore down the royal notice. In this dynasty, anyone who takes the royal notice is treated as an imperial envoy. That bought my family some time. The notice was for the consort's lactation problem. Suddenly, I was full of confidence. This is my bread and butter. The guards didn't buy it, though. They thought I was just stalling. Right then, the general's son started choking. He was about to slip away. I rushed over immediately, performing the Heimlich maneuver. Soon, the kid spat out a date pit. Everyone was blown away. The general now believed I could help the consort. He even escorted me to the palace himself. Eunuch Ju was the one who led me in. At the gate, a maid approached us. She handed Eunuch Ju a pastry. This is the empress's leftover. Here, have a taste. Eunuch Ju smirked and smacked the maid's rear. I knew something was fishy. Those two were definitely a thing. Palace rules forbid such flings. But they didn't even hide it from me. That meant they knew I was a dead man, so they didn't care if I talked. I went on high alert. Ju took me to the Directorate of Ceremonial, where I met the chief eunuch, Wei. Wei's tone was hostile. The consort's condition. Even royal doctors can't fix. What could a peasant like you do? Looking at Wei's nasty face, I knew trouble was brewing. Wei must be the empress's man. The consort and empress are arch rivals. The empress controls all wet nurses. The consort won't hand her kid to the empress, which is why she posted the notice. If I look too capable, I'll never even reach the consort. So I played the fool and said, lactation is a walk in the park. My sow back home was dry, and I fixed her right up. Wei laughed. You're quite a character. I like your spirit. Now go help the consort. Eunuch Ju led me to the nursery palace. This is where the little prince stays. Eunuch Lin greeted me there. Immediately, Lin handed me a bottle of poison. He ordered me to poison Princess Kyunger. I pretended to go along with it, asking him to take me to the consort first. He led me to some palace gates and told me to go in alone. Once inside, I realized it wasn't the consort's. It was the empress's chambers. I was speechless. The empress had just finished her bath. Hearing me enter, she lunged into my arms for a kiss. I caught on fast. Someone was setting her up. No doubt about it. The emperor will be here soon. I pushed her off. Stop! She pulled the curtain and saw me. Her face dropped. Insolent. Who are you? I said, no time to explain. Let me hide. Before I could finish, a eunuch's voice called out from outside, followed by the emperor's heavy steps. I dove under the empress's bed. I saw dragon boots pacing right by me. I was breaking out in a cold sweat. The emperor had clearly heard something. He began searching everything.
He was just about to reach me,
when a eunuch suddenly bursted. Your Majesty, it's bad. The 25th prince has gone mad. The emperor was livid. What? He rushed out. The empress let out a breath of relief and followed the emperor out. At the door, she whispered to her maid, Baiyu, get rid of the person under the bed. Make it clean. Baiyu nodded. She went back inside, but found I had already escaped. I just fled her palace and ran into a group of servants. I blended right in, hoping to find the consort, but they led me to Consort Shan's palace. The dead prince lay in the hall. The emperor and Shan were devastated. I looked for my consort, but saw that bastard, Eunuch Lin. Why frame me? Lin sneered. You're lucky to be alive. Now go accuse the empress. Say she poisoned the prince. I was speechless.
No way.
Do I look stupid to you? Lin sneered. If you don't, I'll finish you myself. I frowned. Would he really kill me in public? Just then, a maid ran in carrying an 8-year-old girl. Your Majesty, my lady. Princess Kyunger has been poisoned. The emperor was furious.
He demanded to know what happened.
The doctor checked her over and said it was crane red poison. There is no cure. Just then, Lin shoved me from behind. Then he said, Your Majesty, this man poisoned the princess. The poison is on him. Confess now. I pulled out the poison myself and told the emperor that Lin framed me. But then, Lin and a maid teamed up against me. to prove my innocence. I had to save the princess first. I ordered egg whites, milk and charcoal, and mung beans and licorice from the kitchen. Boil them into a soup fast. I knew crane red is just arsenic.
It's basically arsenic trioxide.
Egg whites and milk trap the arsenic, and charcoal absorbs the rest. That stops the body from absorbing it. Once I had everything, I used the milk, eggs, and charcoal, pried the princess's mouth open, and carefully poured it in. A few minutes later, the princess vomited everything up. Give her the mung bean soup every half hour, until she throws up again. I pulled her back from the brink. Everyone was absolutely speechless. But Lin still pointed his finger at me.
He said saving her was just luck.
It doesn't prove you're innocent. The emperor, since I saved her, gave me one chance to clear my name. If I can't, I'm as good as dead. I had a sudden idea and looked straight at the empress. The empress can prove my innocence. The empress was confused. She frowned. She recognized me now. She wanted me dead more than anything. Why on earth would she help me? The emperor was puzzled. He asked how the empress could testify. I said I was her distant relative. How could I kill her own daughter? Everyone was stunned. The empress was also confused. She was just about to argue, but saw a red bodice in my sleeve. She instinctively touched her chest. Then she understood. When we were making out earlier, I must have accidentally pulled it off. She knew I was threatening her. If the emperor found out what we had just done together, her position would be finished. So she played along and said, I was indeed her relative, but eunuch Lin and that maid insisted that I was the poisoner. Even as her relative, I couldn't prove my innocence. I looked at the vomit on the floor. I suggested a medical exam to see when the princess ate and check when I entered the palace. That would clear my name. The results came out quickly. The Imperial doctors found the princess ate 2 hours ago, but I arrived only 90 minutes ago. That means, before I even got here, the princess was already poisoned. Finally, the truth was revealed. I pointed at Lin and the maid. This bottle of poison was given to me by eunuch Lin. He wanted me to kill the princess. He framed me when I refused. Making arsenic requires realgar. Just search Lin's room, and you'll find the culprit. Lin knew he was caught.
He actually tried to kill me.
In the nick of time, Commander Li Hui cut him down to attack in front of His Majesty. How insolent! After Ling was killed, the emperor liked my talent,
He made me chief of wet nurses.
managing everyone in the bureau, and told me to find the prince's cause of death. I said to know the cause, I must perform an autopsy. Just then, eunuch Wei showed up. Shen Yulu comes from vets. He only knows how to treat pigs. Your Majesty, don't believe him. The emperor was confused and asked me what was happening. When I first arrived, eunuch Wei tried to kill me. To save myself, I had to claim I was a vet.
He's afraid I'll cure the consort.
That's why he's harassing me. Please investigate, Your Majesty. The emperor turned to Wei. Is this true? Wei said, Your Majesty. He's talking nonsense. I immediately said, Sire, eunuch Zhu can testify. Zhu froze for a second, then shook his head. Sire, I didn't see anything. The emperor looked puzzled. I smiled faintly. Eunuch Zhu, you have a short memory. When Wei tried to kill me, didn't you and that maid see it? Zhu and that maid were having an affair, and palace rules strictly forbid that. If I report them, they'll both be executed. Zhu broke into a cold sweat. When he brought me in, he thought I was a dead man. So he forgot about that. Now that I mentioned it, he changed his tune. Sire, I did see Wei trying to kill him. Wei was furious. This is pure nonsense. Why are you framing me? For no reason at all? The emperor's face darkened. Bastard, he roared. You have some nerve. Stopping a doctor from treating my consort. What are you plotting? Do you want my prince to die? Wei knelt down in fear. I'm innocent, Your Majesty. I never tried to kill him. But the emperor didn't believe him. With so many witnesses, do you think I'm a fool? Guards! As he was being dragged out, I stepped forward. Sire, he blocked the autopsy. I suspect he's involved in the death. Put him in the dungeon first. I will interrogate him myself. The emperor nodded and sent Wei to the dungeon. He gave me a month to solve the case and ordered me to treat the consort tomorrow. He insisted on watching in person, which made me quite worried. My method involves massage. If the emperor is watching, it will be hard to perform. I'll have to take it one step at a time. I did the autopsy that night and reached a conclusion. The prince died of lead poisoning. Just then, a maid found me. The consort requested my presence. I took my maid, Peach, and went with her. Midway, Peach whispered to me, "Sir, this isn't the right way. This leads to Consort Ching's palace." My expression changed. Another trap? Peach told me that Ching's son is the same age as the deceased, but her son has a bad leg, disqualifying him for the throne. If she kills all other heirs, then even with a disability, her son might become crown prince. Thinking of this, I sensed danger ahead. I told the guide my stomach hurt, and I needed a restroom. Taking the chance, Peach and I slipped away to avoid further trouble. I had Peach lead me to the right palace, but at the entrance, the consort's servant blocked us. She was Peach's old rival. What a small world. She took a jade pendant from me, but still wouldn't let us in. I was furious and told her she'd pay for this, but she didn't care at all. She made me wait for 2 hours before finally opening the gate. I finally saw the consort. The servant warned me, "Don't say a word. Talking nonsense won't do you any good." I sneered. I already had a plan. One bowed to the consort and asked her to invite the emperor so he could watch in person. Soon the emperor arrived. I began the treatment. After checking her pulse, I said her condition was unique. It needs medicine plus manual stimulation. The emperor instantly flew into a rage. "How dare you even think of touching the consort's noble body?" I quickly explained, "Your Majesty, her condition has to be treated with physical stimulation. I wouldn't dare touch the consort myself." So I came up with a compromise. I found a maid about the same build as the consort. I performed the technique on the maid first. After learning it, the maid would then help the consort stimulate milk flow. The consort nodded. She said it was a good idea. After that, she looked right at the maid who tried to blackmail me. That maid's face turned pale immediately. She knelt down, begging the consort to spare her reputation. If I touched her, how could she marry outside the palace? The consort gave her no chance. She told her if she refused, she'd be sent to clean toilets with the guards. The maid lay on the bed in tears, and I climbed under her covers. I did a series of things I can't describe. Not only did I take full advantage, but I also got my jade pendant back from her. The emperor got impatient watching, so he left first. After the maid came out of the covers, she ran out crying. I told the consort, I only did that to get back at her. If you actually want more milk, I'll need to do it myself. The consort was furious. You're bold. Do you know what happens if you lie to me? Please calm down, my lady. I really can help you, and it'll work the first time. You'll see instant results. The consort worried the empress would take the baby, so she agreed to my offer, and she told me to sneak in at midnight. She was afraid the empress would come after her, so she asked me to take the prince away first. When the empress found out, she rushed to the nursery. She tried to force her way in. Luckily, the guard commander stopped her outside. I only take orders from the emperor. The little prince is bathing now. Please wait, your majesty. The empress was furious and tried to break in. Even the guard commander didn't dare touch her. Once inside, she saw me cutting the prince's umbilical cord. She screamed that I was harming the prince. The guards all drew their swords. Just then, the emperor arrived. He asked what happened. Your majesty, I was bathing the prince and treating his navel. The emperor saw the cute prince and was delighted. He scolded the empress. Right then, the former palace lady came back. She was upset that I took her job. She insisted on a competition, so we competed on baby food. Let the kids decide who makes the tastier meal. The emperor agreed to the contest. The palace lady hurried to make her specialty, fish roe porridge. I had peach blossom grind rice into powder and mix in fresh fruit juice to create fruit rice cereal, which no one in this dynasty had seen before. Soon, we both finished making our dishes. We gave them to 3 palace kids to taste. The 3 kids ate her fish roe porridge, wolfing it down. But when I served my fruit rice cereal, all the kids pushed aside the fish roe porridge and scrambled for mine. One kid wanted some more, but I stopped him. You can't eat this. Before the mother could ask why, the child started to vomit, throwing up all the fish roe porridge he ate. That's when I explained. This kid's got indigestion, and eating fish roe porridge made it worse. I specially prepared dried tangerine and hawthorn water for him. He'll feel better after drinking it. After he drank the tangerine and hawthorn water, he clearly got better. Everyone praised me endlessly. I not only won, but totally crushed the competition. But the palace lady still refused to accept it, kneeling on the ground with a group of titled ladies, saying that I'm a man, so I'm not fit to manage the nursemaids. She asked the emperor to withdraw the appointment. Seeing this, I said, Your Majesty, I saved the princess and haven't asked for a reward. Now I'm bold enough to ask for one. This palace lady has a small waist and wide hips. She looks like someone who'd bear children well. I like her a lot. I ask Your Majesty to grant us marriage. Whoever gets the job, we'll work that out ourselves as a couple. The palace lady was shocked, pointing at me, calling me shameless. I said, a gentle lady is who a gentleman seeks. I like you. So how is that shameless? What's shameless about it? The emperor nodded, saying Shen Qing saved the princess. That's a huge merit. The request isn't too much. The palace lady was so scared she fell to her knees. Your Majesty, I have no plans for marriage. Please reconsider. I quickly added, Your Majesty. We both love kids. If we marry, we'll have many children for sure. Please grant us your blessing. I sneered, thinking to myself, don't you want the chief attendant job? I'll just marry you outright. With the emperor about to agree, the palace lady panicked. Your Majesty, let him keep the chief attendant position. I'll assist him. Only then was I satisfied. Since that's the case, Your Majesty, let's take our time and see if we get along first. The emperor saw through my little scheme and agreed. After everyone left, I told the palace lady to never mess with me again. Or else, every time I see you, I'll marry you. The palace lady ran off crying after being bullied by me. The guard commander Li Hui and I went to the prison. We interrogated Eunuch Wei. Turns out he was tough to crack. No matter what, he wouldn't confess. Commander Li said this one's stubborn. No matter how much we beat him, he wouldn't talk. I sneered, told them to strip his pants. If he still won't talk, we'll use some evil tricks. As soon as Eunuch Wei heard that, he confessed. He said it was concubine Qing who poisoned the prince. He wrote out a confession and gave it to me. Then I returned to the palace. I slipped into the consort's chambers under cover of night. I opened her window, because when I came in, I saw someone acting suspicious outside. I was worried there was a traitor inside the consort's quarters. The consort got into bed and told me to hurry. Then I began to stimulate milk flow for the consort. Just then, someone was peeking in from outside. It was the maid who had demanded my jade pendant before. She looked at us with hatred in her eyes. Then she went and told the empress. The empress rushed to the consort's chambers with her people. Xiao Yu tried to stop the empress, but the empress just kicked her aside. The empress charged into the chambers, ripped off the consort's blanket, and shouted, "Where's that filthy man hiding in your bed?" The consort sneered. "Don't make wild accusations, Your Majesty, and slander me. I'm going to file a complaint." The empress looked everywhere but couldn't find me. Little did she know, I had already escaped through the window. After I treated her, the consort finally produced milk. She was overjoyed. She quickly sent a maid to bring the prince back. At that moment, I had just returned to the royal quarters. The lady-in-waiting fell asleep leaning against the bed. The prince slept soundly in the basket. I hid the basket under the table. Then I tapped the lady-in-waiting. I pretended to panic, saying the prince was missing. "How did you lose the prince?" The lady-in-waiting was startled. She panicked and almost cried. "The prince was just here. What should we do now?" I told her, if we can't find the prince, she'd lose her head. Desperate, she begged me for help. I said I knew a secret family technique, but I needed a drop of blood from her tongue. She immediately agreed. "Then use mine." so I went in and kissed her. Right then, the consort's maid came to take the prince. We quickly separated. I picked up the prince from the floor and handed him to the maid. Only then did the lady-in-waiting realize. I kissed her just to trick her. You're shameless. How am I shameless? Did I find the prince or not? The lady-in-waiting blushed and ran out. Her lover, a guard, was waiting for her. He was at the palace entrance waiting. But when two maids came out, they whispered that I kissed the lady-in-waiting in the palace. The guard was furious when he heard this. When she finally came out, the guard tried to grab her hand, but she refused. The guard got even angrier. I just wanted to hold your hand. But he kissed your lips. The lady-in-waiting looked upset. She told the guard, your family hasn't proposed yet. We're just friends. Show me some respect from now on. After that, she stormed off in anger. The next morning in court, the emperor was meeting with officials.
He ran into a tough problem.
A princess from Yan Kingdom was pregnant for 9 months, about to give birth. But she came here. She wants the emperor to find a doctor to deliver her baby. Otherwise, she wants him to return the 3 borrowed cities. But the emperor didn't want to give them back. He passed the problem to the Imperial hospital. After the doctors checked, the princess was carrying a stillborn. If they forced the birth, both mother and child would die. Then the emperor thought of me and assigned me to fix this. While the officials waited for me, an envoy with the princess said, heard your country has great talents. I have an unbreakable shield here. If anyone can break it, our kingdom will give you 500,000 taels of silver. If not, your country owes us 500,000 taels. The envoy explained the rules. Any weapon was allowed, but only 3 tries. The emperor told everyone to give it a shot. First up was the lady-in-waiting's old boyfriend. He took a hammer and used all his strength, but the shield remained unscathed. Next up was Commander Li. He struck with his sword, but only left a scratch. Everyone was shocked. Who could break such a strong shield? I saw this at the door. I told the eunuch to bring me some strong vinegar. I noticed the shield was coated with tin, which made it so tough. Vinegar reacts with tin, so it can corrode the shield. I walked into the hall and told the emperor, I can break the shield, and I'll do it barehanded. The envoy scoffed, calling me a liar. I said this is a secret move from our dynasty. The 7 wounds fist hurts myself first, but its power is immense. Watch closely, everyone. I picked up the shield and secretly smeared vinegar on it. Then I stalled, waiting for the reaction. Everyone was getting impatient. They urged me to hurry up. I punched the shield and knocked a hole right through it. Everyone was stunned. The emperor was overjoyed and wanted to reward me generously. I took out the manual and sold it to the envoy at a high price. The envoy lost 500,000 taels and had to swallow the loss. Then the emperor told me to check the pregnant princess. I found the baby wasn't in the right position. A section might be needed. There's no sterile procedure in this era. SO surgery is risky, but it's worth a try.
If I can get some alcohol?
And work fast. The baby should be born healthy. As expected, this is the second brother of consort Cheng, who's the current imperial uncle. That old dog really isn't a decent guy. When I first arrived at the distillery, he immediately tried to kill me. At first, he served honey water. I didn't think anything of it.
Later,
I heard we'd be served roast duck with wild scallions. Then it hit me. Honey and wild scallions. That's deadly poison. But with his basic tricks. Isn't this just showing off in front of a master? Though, to be fair, it's no wonder it's the biggest distillery in Beijing. The place is huge, offering all sorts of drinks. And there's tons of leftover grains. Just a bit of equipment upgrade. Distillation isn't even hard. Earlier, I noticed lots of moldy grains in the corner. I instantly got the grains and made sure to ask for the gauze I needed. Didn't take much time. And I whipped up a small bottle of alcohol. I even managed to purify a batch of cephalosporin antibiotics. Today, I'm going to draw a perfect question mark on the imperial uncle's life. Make it complete. At the banquet, the imperial uncle kept pushing me to eat more scallions. So I politely insisted, and personally made roast duck rolls for him and his strategist Old Young, packed up the duck rolls myself, and added my carefully refined cephalosporin. letting the two old men eat it bite by bite, mixing cephalosporin and booze. The more you drink, the better it works. Didn't take long, and those two started swaying, like they're dancing folk dances. Couldn't even stand straight. I knew it was time, so I quickly said goodbye, grabbed Li Hui and left. Imperial uncle headed to the restroom. Old Yang, my chest feels tight. Can't breathe well. Old Yang's face changed. Let me help you, Imperial uncle. Just as old Yang went to help, the two collapsed together. After returning to the palace, I told Princess Nixin about the C-section. The princess was pretty much giving up, given her situation. She could only try a desperate cure. I barely sat down. News of Imperial uncle's death arrived. Consort Shen was furious and kept demanding the emperor sentence me to death. The emperor called me in for questioning. On my way, I had an idea. Arranged for Wei Xingqin's crimes to be sent to Consort Xian. Today I had to prove my innocence and take down Consort Qing. Arrived at the palace. Consort Qing struck first, as expected. Shen Yulu, you hurt me. Brother, do you know your crime? I played dumb. Pretty sure no one could trace it back to me. Consort Jing. I swear it wasn't me. I can't accept guilt. The emperor frowned hard and ordered the coroners to examine the body. No joke. Mixing alcohol and cephalosporin isn't really poisoning. This trick, ancient folks like you wouldn't have a clue. The coroners dissected the corpse and checked it over thoroughly. Reporting to your majesty, no signs of poisoning found in the body. The coroner's findings and Li Hui's testimony were enough to clear me. But Consort Qing and Minister Hu insisted on torturing me for a confession. Just as the old emperor hesitated, Consort Shan came in like a hero. I never found Consort Shan so likable. She marched in, no fuss, and right in front of the emperor, pulled out Wei Xingqin's testimony I gave her, pointed straight at Consort Qing, and said she's the culprit framing the prince. Seeing Consort Xian so fierce, I jumped right in, reported to the emperor. The prince died of lead poisoning, and he had a bad habit. He liked to chew on the pen when writing. Emperor Ren's eyes flashed ferociously, because Consort Qing handled all the palace stationery. Consort Qing, how dare you? While Consort Qing was still defending herself, a eunuch shouted that Consort Gui was seeking audience. No wonder the palace is full of traps. Upon Consort Gui's entrance, she said nothing and took out a brush. Turns out the end of the brush was a piece of lead. She admitted herself that previously she borrowed it from Prince 25. Consort Gui's move left Consort Qing speechless. Gingers got more kick after all. The emperor was furious and sent Consort Qing to the cold palace. But I know there are no eternal enemies, only eternal interests. The next night, I went to the cold palace. Consort Qing ignored me. I started the conversation, Your Highness. What if Prince 23's leg suddenly healed? Consort Qing is smart. What do you want? Let me be straight. I want the Imperial uncle's distillery. And I'll check your leg too. Consort Qing was mad. But she knew herself. If she doesn't cooperate, she die. Consort Qing's long legs are one of a kind. How could a lady killer like me pass on that? Riding fast. Guess I'll call it interest. After a while, Consort Qing wiped her mouth. Yulu, don't lie to me, or you won't die peacefully. I didn't even look back. Pulled up my pants and walked out. Straight out, I headed for Fengi Palace. Kept thinking about helping Consort Gui with milk production. But just my luck. I barely reached the door when I heard a man's voice inside. I rarely have these years. Why did you marry the emperor? Consort Gui actually has a lover. As I was about to eavesdrop more, her damned servant saw me. Who is it? I frowned and walked out. Really didn't check my luck today. I cursed it inside, but kept calm outside. Walked into the bedchamber. The man was gone. Consort Gui looked at me and asked, Official Shen, did you just arrive? Just got here, Your Highness. Is your milk supply still good these days? Milk's enough. No need to worry, Official Shen. Acted like I didn't know anything and quickly left Fengi Palace. But we both know. We'll need to watch out next time. After sunrise, Qing Guiru and others got a surgery room ready, though it's pretty rough. At least they opened up a skylight. Kind of serves as a shadowless lamp. Everyone's had some training recently. It gave them some confidence.
Inside.
The princess is now lying on the special bed. Qingguiru took a deep breath. Shan Yulong, are you confident? At this point, we just have to go for it. At the door, Emperor Ren was sitting on a chair, chatting casually with the empress. But Gongsun Changlin seemed to imply something in his words. They insisted that their lead general, Song Hu, had to compete with Li Hui. Just as Li Hui was fully focused on Song Hu, a squad of 5 suddenly rushed out. Without saying a word, they raised their blades and cut down a few eunuchs in front of them, and charged straight at Emperor Ren. Emperor Ren's face changed dramatically. The eunuch beside him shouted to protect the emperor. Then that eunuch rushed to the emperor, and was slashed right in the chest. The young eunuch died instantly. In the chaos, Emperor Ren grabbed wildly, and ended up pulling the empress in front of him. The sharp blade was about to strike her pretty face, when suddenly several eunuchs rushed out, working together to knock down the assassin, but the blade still cut the empress's arm. In the confusion, an assassin saw the chance, and stabbed Emperor Ren. Inside, Qingguiru and I heard the commotion outside. But as a doctor, at this moment nothing else matters to me. I still stick to my medical ethics. I moved quickly, and directed everyone to wipe sweat and prepare scissors and hot water. When the baby was delivered, it was already purple all over, with no hint of color. I firmly tapped the baby's foot, my action followed by a loud cry, and Qingguiru's admiring look finally put my mind at ease. Just then, the news arrived outside. The emperor was badly injured. All the assassins were executed. I was about to go check on the old emperor, when a group of eunuchs suddenly rushed in, shouting, "The Imperial consort commands." Shan Yulu attempted to assassinate His Majesty. Treason, death without mercy.
Damn.
The consort timed her cover-up perfectly like a genius. It was just a secret meeting with your old lover. I haven't even tried to threaten you yet. No wonder she's the consort. She acts fast and is ruthless. No time to think. I took off running, but no matter how I run in this palace, it's still the consort's territory. Thinking quick, I headed straight for the empress's chambers, just as the empress was angrily smashing things in her room, throwing a tantrum. All the attendants stayed far away. I seized the opening, climbed over the wall into the room, shut the door in one swift move. The empress jumped in surprise. "Shen Yulu, who let you in my chambers? Get out." I went straight to her bed and lay down, and came clean with the empress. I have dirt on the imperial consort. That's why she's trying to kill me. Help me, and I'll tell you her secret. You barely have any real power here. Almost no one listens to you. Why don't we team up for now? The emperor is in a coma. If I teach you my needle technique, and you stitch up the emperor's wound, you'll earn huge credit. The empress thought it over, and finally agreed. I went to the bedchamber to stitch the emperor's wound. But this noble consort is no pushover. She searched for me for a long time but failed. She did notice something off about the empress. This specific wound stitching technique. I'm the only one in the harem who knows it. She had her father stall the empress with state affairs. Then she led a crowd to storm the empress's chamber. But I wasn't worried at all. I stayed as cool as a cucumber, knowing the consort was on her way. I told Baiyu, the empress's confidant, to bring the 23rd prince, Zhao Ying. After all, this prince is a man of many talents. He's got a brilliant mind. He knew I was his last hope.
He immediately confronted the consort at the door.
Who dares to trespass? Kill them on sight. The consort's face turned pale with rage. If it were anyone else, she wouldn't give a damn. But this specific prince, she really didn't dare to cross. However, if she could catch me in the empress's room, she could silence me forever and take down the empress. So even at the risk of offending the prince, she was going to break in. The consort steeled herself. She took a step forward. Zhao Ying, would you even kill me? Zhao Ying didn't flinch.
He drew his sword and stepped up.
You can certainly try. Hearing the commotion from the empress's bed, I slapped my leg in excitement. That's my boy, with no other choice. The consort gritted her teeth and retreated. Afterwards, I stayed put on the Empress's big bed. Nowhere in the palace was safer than this bed. I shared the covers with the Empress that night. He said he didn't want to, but his body was quite honest. Fine, I'll let him have his way this time. Early the next morning, the Emperor slowly woke up. If nothing else, the Empress deserves all the credit. As for me, it's like being fed a corporate lie. They promise me rewards, but they're all empty promises. I haven't seen a single cent. I returned to the temple to check on them. The princess and her child are the Li families. But a woman suddenly approached me. She dropped to her knees before me. It turns out Li Hui caught Gongsun Changlin, but couldn't get a confession. In desperation, he broke Gongsun's legs. Now Gongsun is complaining to the emperor, demanding Li Hui's life for his legs. Gongsun got what he deserved. He's lucky I didn't break his third leg too. Why stop at just two? I hurried to the Great Hall. The emperor and Li Hui were making a bet with Gongsun. Since his legs were broken, Gongsun just wanted a chance to compete, to gain some leverage for his country, Wulin.
He grit his teeth when he saw me.
I was the one who ruined his plans before. Didn't expect that? I'm back again. Today's stake is the Nilong River. The river's importance is obvious. It's a key military site and the lifeblood of the people. The contest is about that 9-legged cauldron. Emperor Ren asked the crowd, "My dear ministers, how heavy is that cauldron?" "Your Majesty, we haven't weighed it, but it's at least 900 pounds, since Li Hui couldn't lift it." After much thought, Zhang Pfeifen, who's as big as Song Hu, was called to try.
He's Qin Gairu's former lover.
But this guy is a real mess. He only moved it 20 meters, and his face turned purple as a beet. But Song Hu lifted it over his head. He held it for several seconds. He threw the cauldron down, missing Zhang by an inch. Zhang literally pissed his pants. He's definitely not getting the girl now. Without a doubt. Gongsun won the first round. Round 2, Song Hu versus Li Hui at arm wrestling. Li Hui knew he messed up and feared the emperor, so he put everything into it. He slammed Song Hu's arm onto the table, but he was weak and dizzy after. I rushed over to check his pulse. I told him for 10 days, "You can't exert yourself anymore." Li Hui won the second round. It surprised Gongsun a bit, but the emperor's side was out of men. He could already see the Nilong River on his country's map. Round 3 was my turn. "You? Are you sure?" Gongsun clearly looked down on me. Since Gongsun chose the first 2, I'll choose this one. The task is simple. Squeeze an egg. Hold the egg in your hand, flat against your palm. Squeeze with your fingers until it breaks. These guys are modern. So Gongsun agreed immediately. But when it came to the squeeze, he was stunned. Why wouldn't it break? Even the strongman Song Hu couldn't do it. Under everyone's gaze, I gave it a firm squeeze. The egg shattered instantly. But Gongsun isn't easily fooled. We used raw eggs. Yours was clearly hard-boiled. You're cheating. I rubbed my chin. Didn't think this envoy actually had a brain. I took another egg. This time, I secretly added some vinegar. One squeeze, and the raw egg dripped onto the floor. Gongsun bent over to inspect it. He couldn't find anything wrong. He had to admit defeat. He left in disgrace. Not only did they lose the river, but Song Hu was lost in the bet too. The old emperor was thrilled. He gave me a mansion and 100 gold bars. I used the chance to do a favor. I got Li Hui's punishment waived. Just as I was drooling with joy, the emperor's next words really caught me off guard. "I shall marry Shan Yulu to Princess Si. They wed next month." He's acting like I'd say no. I learned from Li Hui that after the late emperor died, there was a bloody fight for the throne. Emperor Ren was the one who won. Princess Si's father died at the emperor's hand to prove to everyone that he's a merciful ruler. He cared for his brother's families. Princess Si is now 18. She's still unmarried. Commoners aren't good enough, and elites fear she stall their careers. After all, she's an orphan of a prince. No matter how senile the emperor gets, he'll never let her husband have real power. So I'm actually doing him a huge favor. And Song Hu was sent to me. At the temple, this hothead, with a voice like a loudspeaker, was sent to learn sewing from Dao Hong. This top warrior of Wulin Kingdom is really full of himself. I need to wear him down a bit. But the wine recipe still isn't fully mine yet. I need to visit Xin Fei again. Ever since I promised to fix his son's leg, Consort Jing has been as meek as a kitten. Whatever I want, he gives. After one wild night, I got him to write a divorce letter. Got his dad to hurry up and hand over the wine formula. Back in Ramusi, I teased Qin Guiru and Dao Hong, those two rivals. Life couldn't be better. Just as I was totally focused, ready to seriously pick out a house, suddenly, a palace maid came to me. Shen, the princess wants you to visit when you have time. I was about to reply, but the maid ran off. I thought about it. When it's cold, someone always brings a quilt. I was worried about how to find Minister Hu. If I just swagger in, I might get torn apart, who knows. But with the princess, it's different. He wouldn't dare make a move, even if he had 10 guts. So let's do it. Right away, I brought Song Hu and went to the princess's mansion. But the princess's mansion had a bunch of guards at the entrance. And inside, it's like a rundown country house from the 80s. Following the maid's introduction, I entered the room. Just as I stepped in, a strong scent of tea filled the air. A small table sat in the center of the room. Behind the table sat an unbelievably beautiful woman. Shen, please have a seat. Greetings, princess. If the maid had patches, that's understandable. But the princess actually has patches on her clothes too. Both master and servant looked pretty rough, and the princess's opening line was different. If you marry me, unless something unexpected happens, we probably have only 2 months left to live. That really got to me. This time, the emperor got attacked. It was actually Zhang Zhanlin's leader. Zhang Zhanlin is also being blamed for the rebel group called the Haishan Army. The rebel leader is actually the princess's real uncle. He's using the princess's name to recruit all over. They'll probably start the rebellion in 2 months. Fate really isn't too harsh on me. One disaster after another. I wanted to distance myself from the princess right away. But the Imperial edict is issued. Disobeying the emperor means losing your head anyway. I just have to take it one step at a time. For now, finding the minister is urgent. So, I brought the princess and the master of ceremonies to visit Minister Hu's home. When enemies meet, it really makes things tense. Just as I took the princess to Minister Hu's door, a bunch of house guards rushed out. If it weren't for Song Hu, the Wulin Kingdom's warrior, I'd probably be in trouble today. Song Hu knocked down the guards with a few punches and kicks. No one dared step forward for a moment. Hu Jianyu was grinding his teeth in anger. He wanted to skin me alive, then and there. But Song, who had that unbeatable official vibe, Shen Yulu, you've got some nerve. Daring to show up at my estate. Do you think I can't touch you? Lord Hu, you've got it all wrong. We're here to have you host the wedding. Host your mother. Archers, ready. At this very tense moment, a voice suddenly rang out, an imperial decree. Secretary Hu received the decree. Once the decree arrived, everyone in the courtyard dropped their weapons and knelt to receive it. Emperor Ren's message was simple. Hu Jian must fully cooperate with me, satisfy my requests as much as possible, and make the princess's wedding grand. Seeing I had the emperor's backing, Hu Jian's attitude did a total 180. It was as if the previous tension had never happened at all. Song Hu and his crew were stunned. As for the man delivering the decree, I took a closer look. Isn't this Zhang Xinji the consort's lover? Talk about a lamb in a tiger's den. I've got the consort's secret now. I immediately invited him to stay and eat at Secretary Hu's house. Ignoring Hu's murderous glares, this kid was a real amateur. Excited to dine with such big shots, he agreed right away. I must say, I really hit it off with Princess C whenever I liked something in Hu's house.
He'd start tearing up.
Threatening to beg the emperor for it, who didn't get this far by being a fool. Under the pressure of the decree, he gave me whatever I wanted, from 5,000 taels of silver to jewelry and furniture. I even swindled the beads off his wrist. As for the meal, we gorged on every delicacy imaginable. I practically crawled out of there, but I didn't just take his food. I'd already sent concubine Xing's letter. The Hu family is powerful. If I play my cards right, I might make them my allies. After all, Xiaoying is Hu's grandson. After splitting the loot with the princess, I headed back to Rumus. Before I could even get inside, a young eunuch rushed up to me. He said the consort's child had a high fever and needed my help. Is he joking? They hunted me like a dog lately. Now they suddenly need me. I played dumb, pretending I didn't hear a word, and took Song-hu to a brothel for music. While drinking with Song-hu, I spotted a familiar face, Zhang Xingyi. Lord Zhang, why drinking alone? Lord Shen, don't ask. I'm just feeling down. I had a plan. I told Zhang I once had a true love. I planned to marry her after finding success, but she married someone else.
Hearing this,
Zhang broke into tears. He grabbed my hand, calling me a soulmate, using poetry as an excuse. I suggested we both write a poem to mourn our lost youth. Zhang really is a top scholar. His writing was beautiful and filled with deep emotion. He even hid the name Yunshu in the lines. This made my day. Since the consort's son had a fever, I took the poem to Fengyi Palace. The consort's beautiful face was full of anxiety. I checked the child's condition, gave him some antibiotics, and used cold compresses for the fever. After my treatment, the child finally stopped crying. Seeing the child was fine, I looked at the door and the waiting servants. Everyone out. I have a private report for Her Majesty. She thought since we were in the palace, I wouldn't dare do anything, so she let her guard down. Until I showed her the scholar's brilliant work. It was a total shock to her. Her face went pale, and she lunged to grab it. I pulled back, and she fell right against me. She didn't dare struggle or scream. If the queen found out, she'd make a huge scandal. If they found out Zhang had visited her, she'd be finished. No more words needed. I just smirked. She was a lamb at the slaughter. I pulled her into the covers and rode like the wind. It was glorious. Later, I pulled up my pants, feeling refreshed. This treatment takes 3 sessions. That was the second. I'll be back tomorrow for the third. Be ready, Majesty. Shan Yulu, you're a monster. Whatever she says. I just walked away, leaving her with my handsome back. On my way back to Rumus, Dao Hong ran up, saying the emperor called. I headed straight to the study. Your servant greets you. Rise. The old emperor was still up late. He wasn't with any concubines, clearly showing his age. Shan Yulu, I've treated you well. You must stay loyal to me. Don't get caught in harem politics. I want the princess safe. Understand? I understand. The old man is afraid of me joining the power struggle. My skills clearly make him uneasy. That's why he's trying to win me over, wanting me to be like Li Hui, loyal only to him. I agreed out loud, but inside I was cursing him. He uses me as a tool constantly, thinking I'm an idiot.
besides,
In the current court, there's no suitable crown prince. That's the emperor's biggest headache. After the last assassination attempt, if he had died, the court would be in chaos. So I took the chance to mention that Zhao Ying's legs could be cured. The emperor's face lit up with excitement. Zhao Ying is the most capable prince. If not for his legs, he'd be the crown prince already. But I have my own plans. I didn't forget the princess's uncle. One immediately requested full support from the household and war ministries. Household made sense, but the war ministry made him suspicious. Why do you need the war ministry? I need special steel. Currently, we don't have enough to fix the prince's legs. I need their specialist's help to forge it. Seeing my explanation, the emperor didn't doubt me. He wrote a decree immediately, ordering the war ministry to obey me, as if they were facing the emperor. This is a secret decree, except for the steelworkers from the Ministry of War. The rest can't be transferred. I received the Imperial edict, and honestly, I was speechless. That old guy sure is crafty, except for the craftsman. No one else can be transferred. He's still worried I'll rebel or something. Other than that, the old emperor heard that Zhao Ying's leg might recover, and hinted to me about the case of consort Qing poisoning the prince, that I shouldn't pursue it further. Makes sense, actually. If Zhao Ying's leg really does heal, as his mother, consort Qing, she can't be punished too harshly. I agreed right away. The old emperor seemed to be in a pretty good mood tonight. He He pardoned the 25 negligent eunuchs and maids from before. All at once, back at the supervisory office, I told Dao Hong the news about the pardons. She got so excited she insisted on kissing me. One kiss wouldn't do. I went for a full-on French kiss. Gotta grab the chance, right? But the next morning, I was barely awake. The old emperor summoned me again, said the little prince's illness got worse. I rushed straight to Fengi Palace. Thought something serious had happened. After checking him out, it turned out he just got sick while eating chicken. Then I had an idea, and quickly tried to impress His Majesty. The prince's problem is stomach pain, and the best remedy is the unique 7-star noodles from Zhaozhou. It'll fix him up fast. But it'd take at least 3 days to get them from Zhaozhou, except for consort Qing. She's actually from Zhaozhou. She made 7-star noodles for the emperor before. But consort Qing is caught up in the poisoning case, and there's no good excuse to let her out. So things got awkward in the bedroom. How's your investigation on Prince Shen Qing's case? I knew it. Yesterday he told me not to look into it anymore. And today he brings it up again. The old emperor wants me to play along with him. I quickly replied to His Majesty. The prince is suffering from chronic poisoning, but it's not necessarily caused by someone. It's mainly because the prince likes to chew on pen shafts. And those pen shafts contain things people shouldn't eat. Over time, that's what caused the poisoning. The old emperor immediately went along with it. So there's no direct evidence that consort Qing did the poisoning. Since that's the case, send out the orders. No one in the palace is allowed to use pen shafts anymore. Consort Qing can come back to the palace and make 7-star noodles. Shen Yulu, go welcome consort Qing. I quickly hurried over to Jingyang Palace, told consort Qing about the emperor's pardon. She could hardly believe her ears, eyes welling up, clutching my neck tightly. After all, I promised him he'll be out in a few days. And I actually did it. Let's head back. 7-star noodles are useless, but we must prepare them well. Consort Qing fixed her makeup and followed me back, starting the 7-star noodles. Back at the palace, I kept my distance from her. I knew the emperor was coming. Sure enough, just as the cooking began, his arrival was announced. Greetings, Your Majesty. Rise, just a cold palace visit.
Consort Qing was cold to him.
Even when the emperor wanted to stay the night, she refused, claiming illness. I'm the one she's grateful to, not the emperor. After handling palace affairs, I took Song Hu to the mansion. Big business to do today. Once inside the room, I dismissed Song Hu. In front of the princess, I cut the decree with scissors. I cut out the military command. This gave her a real fright. You're far too bold. This is a capital crime. No time for that now. Give this part to your uncle. Say I have military power. We can coordinate with him to plan our big move. But we need a third party. They must be high-ranking to prove we're stopping rebels, not actually joining them, to commit treason. I already have a person, Prince Zhaoying the 23rd. If I help him take the throne, he'll definitely join my side. Crushing rebels is key to becoming crown prince. We'll meet at the Hu house. It's their future at stake too. The poor minister was clueless, startled yet again, hiding all his valuables. Once at the Hu house, I revealed directly that the prince's leg will be healed in 3 months, and I want him to fight for the throne. Zhao Ying was overjoyed, but Minister Hu just snorted. The other princes are strong. A healed leg doesn't guarantee a win. What if he has military glory? Their expressions both changed. If he really had that merit, the throne is practically his. If Zhao Ying takes over, the Hus will rule the capital. Hu's breathing quickened, though his son's death is likely linked to me. Zhao Ying's future is vital. That half of the decree should lure the uncle in. If not, I'll have the princess right to stir trouble at the border. That way, the minister and prince can act with a clear justification. Everything was settled. I took the minister's carriage. It's a nice ride. I kicked the steward out. The carriage is mine now, holding the princess's hand, sharing a little kiss. It was pure bliss. After dropping her off, Song Hu and I headed back. Just as we reached the gates, I saw someone being chased. I looked closely. Isn't that Zhang Shenji? I told Song Hu to save him. Song Hu took the hitters down. Zhang was covered in blood. I was delighted to see this. Master Shen, thank you. Zhang, that day at the palace, who took you inside? Zhang was totally stunned. Out of the wolf's den, into the tiger's pit. At first he played dumb, insisted he was never there, but with a blade at his neck, he knelt down instantly. He stripped off his robe, bit his finger, and wrote the full confession. Stop, write about the consort, reliving your old romance. Under my intimidation, he wrote what I wanted. I nodded with satisfaction. I tucked the robe away. Before we left, under Song Hu's force, the assassin confessed. The consort ordered the hit. Zhang was devastated. His first love tried to kill him. He asked with one last hope. Master Shen, would your girl do this to you too? I smiled coldly. That was to get close to you. I lied. If I were you, I'd rather be dead. Zhang's mouth hung open, too scared to curse me. He just sat there crying, with the blood confession. I headed back inside. A poem wasn't enough before, but this time it's different. This is hard evidence. Both the consort and Zhang must obey me now. Back at the palace, I checked on the princess. She's still very weak, but she wants to recruit me. My performance lately has caught her eye. She knows I'm a rare talent. But my family is here. I can't just leave them. But if I'm ever in danger, I'll seek her out. She nodded with regret, saying her doors are open. What's strange is, she's so sure she can leave. I'm certain now, she's not as she seems. But either way, she is my backup plan. I went to check the forge. On the steel plates, with the Emperor's badge. They didn't dare slack off. Ready in a few days. At the Imperial pharmacy, just as I was entering, I saw eunuch Hessen. Hessen is no ordinary man. In all his years here, he's never been social. He's the Emperor's guy. Besides the Emperor, he avoids everyone. Hessen, come have some tea. All right, I am thirsty. This stunned Dale Hong, because Hessen is usually untouchable. Hessen set the tray down. The name tags were face down. The Emperor chose no one. Master Shen, I need a favor. I knew his visit wasn't just for tea. One agreed immediately. My castration was incomplete. It hurts when it rains. Too scared for the court doctor? I wanted you to check it. Is there a cure? Hessen had his own agenda. The palace is full of secrets. If word got out, he'd lose his head. But I'm different. I'm new here. My record is clean, and I have few friends. If he owes me a favor, I'm happy to help. I understood instantly. He wants his manhood back. He was likely too young then. A full cut would be fatal. So they left a bit. As he grew up, it probably grew back. I took him to the back room. I checked him thoroughly. I'd never seen this before. Can I still have children? Hessen, there's a chance. But you'll need surgery. He was overjoyed. If you can really cure me, you're my savior, Master Shen. He was fully prepared. He has 10 days off next month. Enough time to recover. I felt confident. I gave him a prescription to prepare for the operation. Hessen thanked me repeatedly and left the pharmacy. But in his excitement, he left the tags behind. Dao Hong, hurry and bring eunuch Shen back. I'm looking at these tags. A slight smile appears on my lips. I turn over the Empress's tag. Right now, the Empress is raging in her chambers. The reason is simple. The Qianqi festival is in 2 days. That's the Empress's birthday. But there's still no sign of any decorations. Half a year ago, the consort's birthday was prepared a week in advance. Now the consort has given birth to a prince. Clearly, the palace staff are ignoring her, just to show off to the consort. If her birthday is handled carelessly, the consort would just laugh at her. Right at that moment, a maid's voice comes from outside. Madam, Master Shen is here to change your bandages. He frowns slightly and announces himself. I come in, stepping into the bedchamber. Wow, she's really throwing a fit. Broken vases are everywhere. Your humble servant greets your majesty. Let's change the bandages. All right, I'll unwrap the gauze. It must really hurt, right? You actually care about me? Of course I do. Some people marry their red rose, and after many years, the red just becomes a mosquito stain on the wall. But in their heart, they're always thinking of their white moonlight. Some marry the white rose. And after some time, the white is just a grain of rice clinging to their clothes. Red is the cinnabar mole close to their heart. So unrequited love is always the most beautiful. You are my white moonlight, Empress. That's enough. Stop talking. From princess to empress, she's never heard such sweet talk, let alone know what love is. After hearing me say that, it was like she opened a door to a new world. Her heartbeat grew faster. After bandaging the empress up, I pull out a flower from my robe, fold it into a ring shape, and take the empress's hand. I slide it onto her ring finger. Any flower will wither next to you, Empress. To bloom beside you for just a moment is already a blessing. Now the way the empress looks at me is so gentle, it's almost overflowing. She bites her lip. You may leave now. Come back at midnight. I know, tonight. I've truly won her heart. At midnight, I arrive at the cunning palace right on time. I climb over the wall to enter, but it's at times like this that you have to keep her guessing. The empress is already lying clean in bed. All the servants have been dismissed. When she sees me come over, she slowly pulls back the covers. I try my best to hold back a nosebleed. I gently cover her up instead. What is that supposed to mean? Didn't you say all that during the day just for this? My face changes. So in her eyes, I'm just some guy chasing after her beauty. Without another word, I get up to leave. The empress panics and grabs me quickly. That's not what I meant. I turn back to her. Change into a maid's outfit and come with me. Almost like she was under a spell. She really changes into a maid's dress. She follows me to the cold palace. Before tonight, she never dared think she'd have such a daring night. I pull her close in my arms. I want you to know, I'm not just after your body. Even just watching the stars and moon together, I'm already happy. The empress can't quite look at me. I know we'll never be together forever, but I really am happy, like a flower blooming in the dust. My words leave her heart racing. She stares at me in a daze, then grabs my collar and kisses me. Shan Yulu, I order you to undress now. I hold the empress close and savor the moment. Tonight's moon is so big and bright. No wonder Hishan is so admired by all.
He reminds the emperor
That Qianqi festival is in 2 days, and that he can handle the young prince's meals. Besides that, he also hints to the emperor. My family is still under house arrest at the inn. The emperor is stunned. If it weren't for Heshan's reminder, he would have forgotten. Let Shen Yulong fetch his family. Helping this eunuch out was really the right move. It worked better than anything. Early the next morning, the empress stares at the ceiling, lost in thought. Baiyu already knows. The empress and I didn't come back last night. Right then, the emperor's gifts arrive. A dozen flower pots, all kinds of varieties. At this time, the empress usually gets really happy. But today, she just tells them to move the flowers to the backyard without even looking. Instead, she tells Baiyu to figure out how to preserve the flower ring I gave her, so it lasts a bit longer. It's still early morning, and Hishan tells me my family has been released. I'm overjoyed and rush out of the palace. But I didn't expect that when I get there. My dad tells me to take off my pants. I react right away, Dad. Don't worry, I'm not a eunuch. Now I'm assistant manager at the Imperial nursery. I take care of the young prince's daily needs. When I say that, they finally relax. But they do wonder, when did I suddenly get so good with kids? Until I pick up my sister-in-law's baby and skillfully help him pass some gas. Then they're only half convinced. After that, I tell them about my engagement with Princess Xian. Dad gets all excited and kneels by the window. Our ancestors are really watching over us. The Shen family finally made it. I settle them into the new house we just bought and teach my sister-in-law how to distill alcohol. Once everyone uses alcohol in medicine, our distillery will finally make money. On the empress's birthday, I return to the palace. An old eunuch asks, "So you're Shen Rong?" He looks unfamiliar to me. And you are? He thinks I don't respect him as the supervisor. Didn't want to bother with him, but I had to be polite. Greetings, Eunuch Chun. He warns me, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. I nod politely. Eunuch Chen's warning is really just a threat to stay low-key. Ever since I entered the palace,
He can no longer control the Imperial nursery.
I just smile. Let him say whatever he wants. I can't be bothered. The Qianqi banquet officially starts. The emperor and others look bored, just waiting to see what food I'll make. I carry the box up and serve fruit rice noodles with different fruity juices. The emperor says, let's try it. I made extra for His Majesty and the Empress. Eunuch Chen and the Imperial teacher look annoyed. Your Majesty, maybe have Eunuch Chen taste it first? Eunuch Chen's palate is truly remarkable. The emperor is surprised. He tells Eunuch Chen to try my cooking. After tasting, Eunuch Chen shakes his head. He says I used old rice. Used grape juice instead of Longju grapes. Not suitable for kids. Totally just for show. Everyone thought my fruit rice noodles would win. But suddenly they all put down their spoons. They really believed Chief Eunuch Chen's famous taste buds. The emperor asked me what I thought of his comments. I just smiled. I'll learn from it next time. Chief Eunuch Chen found it odd. I didn't talk back. The emperor was about to speak. Suddenly his face changed. He called for Heshan. Help me up. I can't. Hurry, bring a crossbow. Heshan's face changed too. He told the concubines to leave. I was just about to go. Chief Eunuch Chen stopped me. The emperor got sick after eating your rice noodles. I stayed calm. Everyone ate the rice noodles. But only the emperor got ill. He just ate more. The imperial doctor finished his exam. They'll punish you later. I stood there coldly. Chief Eunuch Chen really has a death wish. I have to get back at him soon. The emperor kept having diarrhea all afternoon. Even medicine didn't help. Everyone was lost. Li Hui said, let Mr. Shen try to fix it. The emperor asked if I had any ideas. I do, but it's hard to do. I'm the emperor. Is there anything I can't do? An old remedy can cure diarrhea. And it's effective. But it needs someone's help. How do we help? I approve whatever. Someone needs to taste for the emperor. Describe the proportions of bitter and sour flavors in detail. That's all I said. Then everyone looked at Chief Eunuch Chen. His face turned pale.
He did this just to get back at me.
Shen Yulu is making stuff up. You don't want to, right? If it could cure him, I'd do anything. But he's just getting revenge on me. If you follow my plan, I promise to make a prescription for the emperor. If it doesn't work, I'll take full blame. I made a firm promise. Chief Eunuch Chen nodded very unwillingly. Fine, I'll do it.
He had to taste again and again.
I calmly asked him about the sourness and bitterness, the flavor proportions, told him to savor it. Even the emperor couldn't stand it. So I went back to the kitchen, fried a bowl of noodles, mixed 2 egg yolks together, brought it to the emperor's chamber. I gave His Majesty the mix to drink. Maybe it's just psychological. After taking it with hot water, Emperor Ren's stomach felt much better. Everyone left the Hall of Mental Cultivation. They all saw it. My skills seemed to beat the Imperial preceptors. Li Hui asked what I gave His Majesty. I said it was the same as the young master had. The ratio was random too. I did mean for Eunuch Shen to eat crap. Emperor Ren felt better after his nap. He asked about the 4th princess's marriage, then planned to visit the Empress. When he got to her chambers, she was writing. Emperor Ren complained to the Empress about his flowers. She hadn't displayed them in her room. Leaving the palace, Emperor Ren frowned and asked Hessen, "Does the Empress dislike me?" How could that be? Maybe she's just not well. How's supping these days? Still the same. He hasn't favored her in 2 years. Today, as he walked into the courtyard,
He saw Supping doing embroidery.
Emperor Ren never liked Suping's background, but her look still drew him in. Supping saw him, got on her knees and begged mercy for her brother. Every time she sees Emperor Ren, she cries and pleads. So His Majesty got annoyed. This time he left in a huff too. Almost at the royal study, Emperor Ren told Hessen to have me see Supping. Don't let her die in the palace. I was just prepping for surgery in a few days. When I saw Hessen waiting, I hurried over, asked him, "Why are you here?" Shen Qing go treat Supping. What illness can't the imperial doctors cure?
His Majesty picked you by name.
I nodded, followed Hessen along. On the way, I dug out Suping's background. Pretty much figured it all out. I pushed open the door. A palace maid was yelling at a woman in fancy clothes. I coughed twice. The maids bowed. I told them to leave. Suping kept coughing nonstop. She slumped on the floor. I got a good look at her face.
It startled me inside.
What a beauty. By His Majesty's order, I'm here to check on you. Her hand was ice cold. She caught a chill and ended up with a 100-day cough. I wrote her some herbal soup to clear her lungs. I was about to leave when Supping grabbed my hand and said, Sir Shen, could you do me a favor? Help me, and you'll have my body. I'll give myself to you if you help me. Before I could talk, she pulled her collar open with both hands. I'm still untouched. My face changed a little. I quickly checked the door. No one else was there. I let out a sigh of relief. Who do you want to send a message to, Your Grace? Turns out it's her father. So we made a deal. Soon someone will come find her. I watched her finish writing and left the palace. Suping's dad, Scholar Jiang, was doing awful. I went and found him. I asked, Are you Scholar Jiang? He snapped, What do you want? I'm from the palace. Supping asked me to bring you a letter. He got excited right away. Thought I brought money, but he just skimmed the letter and got really disappointed. Useless. Not even a bit of cash. What a loser. He ripped the letter up and stormed off angrily. After all this small stuff, I got ready to set Zhao Ying's bone. Consort Shen nervously asked, Dr. Shen, are you confident? I explained the surgery steps. Consort Shen quietly prayed for her. Emperor Ren came to the palace too. Consort Shen said she still had rashes and refused to see him. Treatment hadn't worked. Emperor Ren told me to treat her. Consort Shen objected, saying men and women are different. So he let Maid Ying take care of it. Everyone waited patiently. Suddenly, an urgent report arrived. Rebels appeared up front. Emperor Ren couldn't care about Zhao Ying's leg now and hurried to the royal study. The three of us were in surgery. We barely had any surgical tools. Hardly anything to use. Had to mostly use our hands. Luckily, the surgery worked. I quickly went over the aftercare. Meanwhile, Emperor Ren discussed sending me to the front lines to treat soldiers. I rushed along with Hessen to the palace. Asked around about what happened on the way. Seems the rebels came from Haisheng County. Supposedly, the princess sent people. Her letter should have arrived by now. Should they attack a city first? I plan to use this to deal with my uncle. I arrived at the Hall of Mental Cultivation. Right away, I said I'll go to King County. Help His Majesty with this. Shen Yulu, I grant you the king's command token. You're free to act first and report later. All local officials must cooperate. I took these orders and discussed with the Song family about heading to the front. He frowned and said, Don't drag me into battle. You're just protecting me this time. Song Hu agreed. So he and I went to the princess's mansion. We explained the situation. The princess wanted Chinking to come too. I nodded. Agreed to it. I took Chinking to Minister Hu's house. Showed the token to the servant and said, Fetch the best war horse now. Once we left Hu's place, Chinking shook her head. She said Minister Hu isn't easy to deal with. Might live, might die, who knows. Who cares at this point? We rode out fast. Kept galloping for 2 hours. Found an inn. Only 2 rooms left. Song Hu's built like a bear, so I had to share with Chinking. But that was my plan. I told him to fetch water so I could wash up. He was not happy. Still, he washed my face and feet. Next day, we rode hard again. Still only 2 rooms left. I said I needed a test marriage maid. He argued for a while. In the end, he just lay by the bed. After 1 more day, we reached an inn near King County. This time, really just 2 rooms. The innkeeper said it's not safe lately. Lock your doors at night. After some time with Chinking, Song Hu suddenly barged in. He whispered, Someone's here. Suddenly, Zhang An's and 3 men broke in. They were all taken down in no time. I made the 3 of them say their names. Turns out they're black-clad army. I recognized one as Scholar Zhang's son. He told me everything that happened. I got excited and helped him up. Lady Supin and I are close friends. I'm Li Waiyi, Chief Imperial Physician, and a spy from Wuling. I infiltrated Hui to bring it down. Those dead kids? My doing. Take me to your leader. We can work together. Let's see. No guarantee it'll work. But as long as we do, we'll take Hui together. Share the world. When those three left the inn, I handed the token to Song Hu. Tell him to bring the magistrate here. Magistrate who isn't happy. Why do you want me here? Song Hu told him to kneel and speak. Do you know I almost got assassinated tonight? I shouted that I wanted to kill him. Song Hu grabbed his neck. Please spare me, Lord Shen. I ordered them to let him go, then slapped him again. Hu bit his lip. Why are you scaring me like this? Is it possible you're a secret investigator sent by the Emperor? Thinking that Hu's attitude towards me changed a lot. I still need to keep things smooth. I'm pretty satisfied. Got some info about the rebels. Told him to prepare arsenic for tomorrow. On the rebel side, they thought it over carefully. Agreed to let us go to their camp, but I haven't gotten the arsenic yet. Clearly, we have no fighting power. Looks like we'll have to play it by ear. Jiang Jiangping recognized Song Wu. He nodded to Bai Fan. Bai Fan was overjoyed. They served us top-quality tea. May I ask, how is the king of Wulin? The ruler is healthy. Sent me to find like-minded allies. To accomplish big plans together. Bai Fan nodded. If we cooperate, how many troops can your country support? I smiled. How much sincerity can your country show? Bai Fan understood what I wanted. He frowned and said, take over King County. We'll split the grain reserves. Now you're asking for money. Isn't that a bit inappropriate? That's not right. Only if our army attacks. We can take King County in 3 days. Our army only wants cash, not grain. After some discussion, decided to trade 5,000 taels of silver for 10,000 troops from us. I wrote up a contract on the spot. Bai Fan felt he hadn't asked enough. He handed me the silver drafts. I handed the letter to Qingqing. Qingqing. She pretended and said, we'll rush it home by express horse. Within 2 days, 10,000 troops will arrive at the city gates. Lord Shen, you've given me real silver, so write me a receipt. Otherwise I won't feel secure. I smiled, wrote the alliance letter, signed the name Li Wai. He rolled it up, gave it to Fan Yong, and left. After Song Hu took us to the inn, he went alone to the rebel camp for intel. Bai Fan found the letter after we left. There was another one underneath. He read it carefully. His face grew darker and darker. A moment later he was furious. Guard, arrest Fan Rui. Brother, what are you doing? What are you plotting? Did you think I wouldn't know? Fan Rui saw the letter, and his pupils shrank instantly. I wrote about an ambush in the capital, to wipe out Bai Fan. Bai Fan had long suspected his loyalty, and this confirmed it. Brother, this letter isn't for me. Jiang Jiangping, you framed me. Jiang Jiangping sneered. Caught red-handed, so you blame others? Drag him out and behead him. Song Hu saw the execution and rushed back to the inn excited. Amazing! Fan Rui really was killed. Good. Tomorrow we head home. Next day, we marched to the local office. Governor Hu was eating breakfast. Lord Shen, why are you here so early? I sneered. Your breakfast is quite lavish. Lord Shen, please, join me inside. While we were eating, Governor Hu signaled to his wife. Lord Shen, this is our local specialty. Please accept it. I opened the box. I gave a cold smirk. It was a box of cash. Is this enough to feed my family? His wife quickly brought another box. I took a look inside. Another 10,000 taels. 30,000 taels total in the boxes. I nodded, signaled to put them away. I started on the real business. The moat was spiked with knockout drugs. Pour strong tea into the river, and the plot will be ruined. I set the detox plan. The 3 of us headed to the capital. Qingqing still shared a room with me. Sir, how will we spend all this money? To train a private guard, of course. No more than 20 men. But it will be enough. The Grand Master told the Emperor I'm a spy, and that I'm too close to Li Hui. He suspects my attack, claiming Li Hui and the princess are murderers. The Emperor suspended Li Hui. Summon the princess. Xiaoxi, are you rebelling? The princess knelt on the ground. I wouldn't dare. The rebels use your name to revolt. You've been so kind to me. I would never betray you. Princess C looked calm. Did you hear this from others? They have no evidence. He just wants you to wait for Shen's return, so you can see for yourself. How do you know? If I wanted to frame someone, I'd first make you suspicious, then fake an escort for Shen, and stage an assassination. You have no enemies. Why frame you? They want to hurt Shen Yulu, and your own heirs. He remembered the Grand Master's advice, which killed the 25th prince. Is the Grand Master the real culprit? We reached the capital by dusk. I saw guards on the palace walls. The emperor was in the center. There were also many archers. Suddenly, a group charged from behind, clearly meant to kill me. Your Majesty, save me! The pursuers shouted in unison. Follow Lord Shen. Kill the tyrant. Avenge Prince Chun. My skin crawled. I don't know who is framing me. The archers on the wall got ready. Once I'm in range, they will fire immediately. I pulled out the scholar's confession and wore it on my back. I had it with me, but didn't think I'd need it. I didn't expect this at the gates. I sprinted toward the palace, right before I was in range. I veered off to the side. Zhang Xingji was watching from the wall. He saw me wearing his confession. It detailed his affair with the consort. He was terrified, fearing my death. The paper would go to the emperor. He told the guards to notify the consort, to come get something. The consort turned and saw him. What do you want? Do you have a death wish? Shen is wearing my confession. It lists everything we did. The consort made a decision. She went to the emperor. Shen Yulu cannot die. Let him in.
Understood.
I was fighting off pursuers outside, just as I was trapped. The soldiers opened a path. I knew the plan worked. Follow me, quick! We three rushed into the city, riding as fast as possible. Once inside, the army surrounded me. Archers aimed their bows. Wait, bring him up! I dismounted, ran up to the gate tower. Your Majesty, do you want to kill me? Never, Your Majesty. I don't know those men. Just as the princess said. They didn't mean to kill the emperor. They just wanted to frame me. What if it's her plot? Where is she? Sire, she went that way. The emperor was furious. Let's go find Si. She was facing the Grand Master. Hearing our footsteps, she tore her own clothes. I saw her on the ground, huddled and trembling. You bastard! The emperor's eyes widened. Sire, I didn't do it. The princess shook her head. Not him, not him. I'll never do it again. Standard. Please have mercy. I kicked the Grand Master's face. Your Majesty. I'm innocent. I knelt by her. I looked full of grief. I have fulfilled my duty. I wish to resign, to stay home with the princess, and never leave again. Please grant this. The emperor felt guilty. While he was thinking, Hu Jian rushed over and knelt on the ground. Sire, I impeach Sun Zan.
He is wicked.
And has failed the state. You're right, Minister Hu. He almost caused a disaster. Lock Sun Zan in the dungeon. To be executed in autumn? The emperor seemed sorry, but he was still suspicious. Sun Zan's story was detailed. He had to be sure. As he was leaving, I mentioned the prince was sleepy. I have some herbs. I'd like to check on him tonight. I'm glad you care for my son. I am touched. You are welcome here. No need to ask me. Yes, Your Majesty. The consort knew my real motive. I gave her a sharp look. We returned to the princess's manor. She checked me for injuries. Are you hurt? To see you suffer. My heart is breaking. Do you think I'm hurt bad? The princess blushed, thinking of your journey. I couldn't find peace. I gave her half the money. Spend it wisely, Chinking said. Don't hold back. If it's gone, he'll find more. After resting at the manor, I told my parents I was safe. Then back to the palace. Everything else aside, I had to deal with the consort. She forgot me too quickly. After I left, Chinking told the story, seeing her admiration. Didn't you dislike him? What changed? Chinking blushed. Lord Shen is actually great. You'll be happy together. The princess frowned. Did you tell me everything? About the journey? He wanted a trial marriage made. He insisted on you? The princess asked curiously. How was the trial?
He's
Very experienced. Chinking told her everything, as much as she could remember. This is so improper. Who cares about rules on a wedding night? I haven't gotten to the Huang residence yet, and I ran right into Li Hui. He asked Lord Shen with concern. Are you okay? I'm fine. I heard you also got dragged in. I'm really sorry about that. It's okay, the state preceptor is already in prison. That's one less problem for the people. People nowadays are still too naive. All of this happened because Emperor Ren was suspicious. But Li Hui blamed everything on the state preceptor. Emperor Ren isn't a good guy either. If I ever get the chance to rebel, I won't hold back. Lord Shen, your son, we're running low on rice noodles. I'm just about to go get some at the Imperial temple. Okay, let's go together. Once we arrive, let Dao Hong ask for some noodles, and I'll go visit Princess Nei Xing. Even though Princess Nei Xing's wound still hurts sometimes, she can walk now. When she saw me, she smiled. She held my hand and said, I heard you almost got in trouble. With a ruler like this, why stay loyal to him? Even living here, the princess still knows what's happening outside. Still, the gate to England is always open for you. Thank you, princess. I'll think about it, but I'm not quite convinced this time. I've lost all hope in Emperor Ren, but my base isn't strong yet, and my wedding with the princess is very soon. After leaving Princess Nei Xing's room, I saw you too. The two of us walked out of the fourth palace. Just as we exited, we saw Qin Gairu's subordinate waiting outside. She had a complicated look. Lord Shen, Song who beat Song Feifan to death. Did His Majesty punish you? No, but after all, Song Feifan was close to Lord Qin. I guess she won't be happy. It's fine. Women, just sweet talk and they'll be okay. I walked up to her. Guiru, I'm home. Did you kill Zhang Feifan? Was it for me? Or for something else? That's right, it was for you. Every time I saw him, it was like a thorn in my throat. How could you do this? I raised my hand and slapped Qin Guru across the face. I did all this just to show you're my woman. No matter who it is, anyone who touches my woman has to die. She jumped into my arms right after. We shared a moment. Then Qin Guru blushed and ran off. I saw Li Hui out. You're really good at handling women. I just waved it off. Step 1, drink more hot water. Step 2, just think about it this way. That's all I can do. After Li Hui left, I took the medicine box to the consort's quarters. Miss Xiaoyu, I'm here to check on the prince. Please announce me, Her Grace said. No need for you to do the checkup today. You can go back. Seeing how cocky he was, I reached out and grabbed his neck. Even your master doesn't dare speak to me like that. You dare stop me. Get lost. I shoved him hard, and he fell to the floor. I just walked straight into the quarters. I greet your grace. The prince is already asleep. Come back tomorrow. All princes must have regular checkups. I have to file the report, otherwise I'll be in trouble. Fine, everyone else can leave. Just leave Xiaoyu to serve. After everyone left, the consort lowered her voice. What do you really want? It was the state preceptor's doing. It's got nothing to do with me. I slowly stood up. Then why, when I put on those clothes? No one dared kill me. My father told them to stop. In the end, I actually saved you. I slapped her. I flirt with Qin Guiru. But hitting the consort is just a vent. That's enough. I slapped her again. She collapsed on the floor, looking pitiful, weird, but kind of attractive. The consort stood up, straightened her neck, and said, Don't push me, or I'll fight you to the end. I grabbed her by the back of the neck. I'm really pissed off right now. After leaving her quarters, right as I was about to head back, someone was sneakily waving at me. Isn't that Bai Yu? You looking for me? Her Grace is waiting for you in her quarters. I was caught off guard. Seems the Empress also heard the news. Inside Hunting Palace, maids started bathing the Empress. Even when things happened before, The Empress was never this particular. The Empress got a little nervous. I greet your Majesty, the Empress. Come in. The Empress tried to hide her excitement. She pretended to be calm and said, "You are absolutely stunning today. By you, you may go." Once the door closed, the Empress spoke to me softly. "How are you doing? Are you hurt? Seeing you makes everything better. While I was away, did the Emperor visit you?" "No, not since that day." "And after that?" I lifted her chin. "I belong to you alone." I smiled and gently touched her face. "Just messing with you." "Did the Emperor really ask you to stay with him? Did you refuse? Wouldn't that get you in trouble?" "I don't want you to suffer." "Don't worry, I got it." "Anything interesting happen when you left the palace?" I slid my hand into my sleeve, then pulled out a pretty flower. "What's this?" "It's a dried flower turned into a gold pendant." "Here, let me put it on you." She blushed and nodded. "Where do you pick this flower?" "It's a local flower from King County. I thought it looked good on you, so I picked it." Risked going into the enemy barracks, which was dangerous. "And you still thought of picking a flower for me?" "Life is precious, but love is worth more." The Empress's eyes began to tear up. "Shen Qing, you're amazing. Not even the top scholars can match you. So what should I call you?" "What do you want me to call you?" "Call me hubby." I kissed the Empress. "I'm the Empress. How could you treat me this way?" I pinned her to the bed.
Today.
The office of the Imperial clan finally set the date for my wedding with the princess. It's scheduled for the 6th day of next month. Just half a month left. King Rui will host the wedding. I was notified just after waking up, shortly after leaving the Empress's chambers.
Hishan whispered mysteriously.
"Lord Shen, this old servant will leave the palace this afternoon. Is that okay with you?" I nodded. "See you at the princess's residence this afternoon, Hishan." The older I get, the more I want children. I agreed to do surgery for him. After sending Hishan off, I called Songhu over, because when I operated on the prince last time, I found this problem. Now I urgently need a male assistant. I need to find a way to make the emperor willingly agree, to keep the experts by my side. This afternoon I brought Songhu to the princess's residence. A man wearing a conical hat walked over. That fully armed man is Hishan. "I'll leave it to you today, Lord Shen." "No need to be so formal, Eunuch Shen." "I'll do my best." Actually, this surgery is super simple, but to make Eunuch Shen feel more united. Of course, I have to make it look difficult. I'll just lay it out gently. A basic wuzhu technique. I closed the door to start anesthetizing Hishan. I picked up the scalpel and began the surgery. The surgery went really smoothly.
Hishan sat up and checked his wound.
Tears were streaming down his face. "Lord Shen, you're like my reborn parents. Let me bow to you." "Eunuch Shen, you're too kind. In 3 days, you'll be walking normally again. And in half a month, you can sleep with your wife. Hope you have a son soon." It did sound weird as soon as I said that. I'll gladly take Lord Shen's kind words. "Lord Shen, do you have any secret ways to have a son?" "Actually, I do, but I'm not 100% sure it will work." "How much for this prescription?" "I'll pay for it. I'll give it to you for free, Eunuch Shen. If I have a son thanks to you, I'll definitely repay Lord Shen someday." I picked up a pen and paper, wrote down the prescription, and gave it to Hishan. He treated it like a treasure and folded it up and tucked it into his chest. After Hishan left, Songhu curiously asked if I really had a secret recipe. Of course not. Wow, you really know how to lie. After finishing Hishan's operation, I went back to the palace. Little Peach ran over to me excitedly. "Sa'id, we should head to the inner court for our reward. Everyone gets 2 taels of silver." "What's the big celebration?" "Wamping got great news. She's having twins." The emperor is thrilled. I just nodded. "Go collect it later. Keep it for yourself. Spend it as pocket money." "Thank you, sir." Right at that moment, Qinguru ran over and said, "Master Shen, The Emperor called you to check Wan Ting's pulse. Looks like the Emperor really trusts my medical skills. Even if the palace doctors confirmed she's pregnant, it's hard to start off. He still wants me to check. But acting like this puts me against the palace doctors, makes us rivals. Now I've officially made enemies with them. But whatever, I don't mind. I've already pissed them off once before. Can't help it. If you're talented, people hold grudges. So I kept a backup plan. When I went to the enemy camp, I used Li Wai, the court administrator's name. That trick was basically letting someone else take the blame. If he doesn't know what's good for him, I won't be nice. Soon I reached Wan Ting's quarters. Shen Qing, come, check her pulse now. I trust you a bit, but these palace doctors… As you wish. The palace doctors behind me all want to kill me over these twins. But whatever, I don't care. Congrats, Your Majesty. It really is twins. That's amazing. Only I have experience delivering and caring for twins. Everyone stayed quiet. Having twins is worth celebrating. But there's risk. Your Majesty, delivering is usually for midwives. We're all men. Good doctors, sure. But we've got zero experience delivering babies. Shen Qing, do you have a way? I heard that and saw an opportunity. I have to make it clear to the Emperor. Only I can ensure his 2 royal sons are born safely. Meaning, even if I mess up badly, the Emperor will protect me. I won't do anything crazy, but an extra life guarantee never hurts. Your Majesty, Lady Wan is a bit weak. If the babies grow too big, it could risk losing all 3 lives. My advice is to go for a C-section. Since there was a case with Princess Nei Shing, the Emperor can now accept the risk. Alright, Shen Qing, you're in charge of the food and treatment. 9 months later, I want to see 2 lively sons. Yes, Your Majesty.
It's a big job.
But it's not hard for me. I just checked her pulse. Her health is pretty good. The babies are healthy too. She might give birth naturally, no C-section needed. Just keep the weight in check. The Emperor said a few things and hurried off, leaving me Qingguaru and others to check Lady Wan. After I finished examining her, that old eunuch called out, receiving the Imperial decree. Turns out after Wamping's death, she'd become Lady Wan. After the decree, I flattered a bit. Master Shen, I heard Sister Supping isn't feeling well. Come with me to visit her. I paused for a second. Obediently, I went to Supping's quarters with Lady Wan. Entering the courtyard, Supping was sweeping the room. Maid Yuding lounged on the rocking chair nearby, snacking on seeds, sunbathing. When she saw us, Yuding got flustered, grabbed the broom. Greetings, sir. Your Highness, sister. I heard you're pregnant with twins. Really happy for you. Wamping quietly pulled her hand away and said softly, I came this time to ask Master Shen to check your health. Thank you, sister. I'm feeling much better. No need to trouble the doctors. You're all better. Maybe the maid isn't serving you well enough. How are you taking care of her? Yuding got the hint and swung the broom at Supping. Lazy girl, why aren't you working? Supping, aren't you curious why I'm treating you like this? If it hadn't been for your mother, would I have been chosen for the palace? You're the one I hate most. Sister, you can't blame me for that. Shut up. I'm ranked higher than you. Yuding, slap her. Master Shen, treat her well. I'll reward you. I gave up and shook my head. Where there are lots of women, there's lots of drama. I just gotta protect myself. After Lady Wan left, I leaned forward and quietly said, Your Highness, let's go inside. I'll check for you. All right. You could tell. Lady Sue's been getting thinner. Plus nutrition's lacking. Yuding, go get some hot water. And some salve for wounds. Yes, Master Shen. She wouldn't dare act tough with me. After Yuding left, Supping grabbed my arm, clearly moved. Master Shen, did you deliver the letter I asked you about last time? Yes, I did. But Scholar Zhang is always gambling at the casino. So he probably owes a lot of money now. Your sick brother escaped prison and made it out alive. As long as he's safe, that's good. I have some money and stuff. Could you give these to them for me when you leave? She gave me some jewelry. Nothing fancy. But since it's royal stuff, it's worth at least 80 or 100 taels. I didn't seem too eager to help. Supping kissed me, pinned by a gorgeous woman. I almost couldn't resist. Your Highness, I'll help you again this time. But I'm not delivering letters anymore. I'll try to get you a visit with your family. Really? It's no problem for me. Just let the Empress know. Master Shen, I can't thank you enough.
Take care of yourself.
That'll be the best thanks for me. Supping was stunned. Suddenly, some strange feelings came over her. I'm just used to saying things like that. Supping's never been told this before. While her heart was racing, suddenly someone shouted at the door. You two are up to something indecent. I'm gonna tell the Emperor. Supping turned pale, Yuding. Stop right there. I frowned. She actually thinks she can push me around. I grabbed Yuding by the throat, till she stopped breathing. Supping sank to the floor. Master Shen, what do we do? Don't worry, Your Highness. She was just a servant. I washed my hands and slowly dried them off, like nothing ever happened. Your Highness, wait here. I'll find the Empress. Supping was left alone, shivering at Yuting's dead body. A bit later I came back. Will the Empress punish me? I smiled. A servant tried to defy her master. Why would they punish you? Don't worry. The Empress is beautiful and kind. She stick up for you. Just then, the Empress's voice came from outside the door. Shen Qing, what did you just say about me? Su Ping dropped to her knees in fright. Greetings, Your Majesty. I like you too. I just said Her Majesty is beautiful and kind. The Empress was delighted. She couldn't hide her smile. This is the first time I've heard that phrase. She saw the body lying in the room. What's going on here? This person was Consort Su's personal maid. She seriously disrespected Consort Su. She even hit her and tried to steal from her. I stopped her. I accidentally strangled her to death. Consort Su, show Her Majesty your wound. Su Ping revealed the bruises on her arm. The Empress was enraged. You worthless thing. How could you treat your mistress like that? Shen Qing, you did the right thing. Servants like that can't stay. She should be caned to death. Your Majesty is wise. Consort Su asked me to give these jewels to her family. This maid saw them and got greedy. The Empress glanced at Consort Su. Consort Su, you've been in the palace for 2 years now, right? I grant you permission to visit your family. Be back in 3 days. Su Ping was overjoyed. She kept bowing to thank the Empress.
The Empress nodded slightly.
She looked at me with a meaningful glance. Then she left. After Yu Ting's body was taken away, I was about to leave too. Su Ping grabbed my hand and said, Lord Shen, I can never repay your kindness. I'll never forget it. I gently squeezed Su Ping's little hand. You don't need to thank me, your ladyship. I left Su Ping's quarters. I headed to concubine Qing's place. Zhao Ying struggled to walk. Your Highness, please rest for a bit. Yan Ziai came in and said, Lord Shen is here. Please let him in quickly. I saw Zhao Ying walking. I hurried over to support him. Your Highness, please don't push yourself. That's what I said too. But he insisted on leaving. I got anxious. I'll rest quietly now. He fully believes what I said now. After helping him lie down, His Highness has recovered 50%. In less than a month, His Highness will move freely again. Lord Shen, please allow me to bow to you. Your Highness, no need to be so formal. This is just my duty. Thank you, Lord Shen. Madam, you're too polite. I made a recovery plan for Zhao Ying. I set strict limits for his daily activity. Otherwise, Zhao Ying always tries to rush things. Lord Shen, I heard you almost got into trouble. Sadly, my leg isn't healed yet. Otherwise, who would dare mess with you in court? Your Highness, my plan was for you to crush the rebels. After earning merit, then the Emperor would have a reason to name the crown prince. But now the rebels moved early, so that's almost failed. Your Highness, why not show off your skills during the hunt? If you amaze everyone, you could still be chosen as heir. Zhao Ying nodded. Lord Shen is right. This time I'll make everyone see me differently. Even if my leg gets better, I don't lack rivals. Prince Zhao Jing is also very impressive. He might return to the palace with the Empress Dowager this time. Your Highness, don't worry. I'll give you my full support. Thanks to the Empress's help, things are actually pretty convenient for me. My goal now is to help Zhao Ying become crown prince. That way my position is safer. When Emperor Yuan passes and Zhao Ying becomes emperor, I'll ask Zhao Ying for some land, become a governor, live free and easy, leaving Lady Qing's palace. I'm getting ready to lead the troops. Tell them to get something. I promised Song Hu a good blade before. He must fully pledge loyalty. Emperor Yuan is in a good mood today. If 2 princes are born at once, that'd be even better. He suddenly thought of his mother on Mount Wutai and felt a bit guilty. Back then, the Empress Dowager chose to step away. So there wasn't much drama or ugliness. Emperor Ren wants to test things out sometime. Shen Yulu and Lady's wedding is the chance. That makes it easy and natural. Back in the palace, Emperor Ren wants to consult the Empress. He goes to Kunming Palace. The Empress is practicing calligraphy. She's pretty cold. Ningzhen, your handwriting keeps improving. Especially this character, Lu. Thanks for the compliment, Your Majesty. What brings you here, Your Majesty? Can I visit you when nothing's going on? You should check on Lady Wan more. She just got pregnant. If you care for her, she'd be really happy, hearing that I've been distant. Are you still mad at me about the assassin incident? I wouldn't dare. I just regret not rushing over and shielding Your Majesty. The Empress still won't open up. I'm thinking of bringing back the Empress Dowager. What do you think? Your Majesty is wise? Go ahead and keep practicing your calligraphy. Farewell, Your Majesty. I'm taking care of the princess's child at Huang Temple. The princess is just about done with confinement. She's recovering slowly. She's still having trouble walking. It's all we have now. The child is easy. No crying, no fuss. Shen Yulu and Hao Hong. Eunuch Chun visited me recently. He shook his head and laughed. After going home, Eunuch Chun threw up for 3 days straight. Couldn't eat anything. Later, he took a 3-month leave. He won't be back for a while. I froze for a second. Didn't expect him to be that fragile. All he did was eat a bit of crap. And now he can't even work. Lord Shen. I hurried outside. It's supping. Madam is here. Why didn't anyone announce it? I got some dried mushrooms for you. His eyes were full of sincerity. It's the best he could offer. I took the mushrooms and smiled. Pretty good. Can be used as medicine? Then Supping headed to the household department. A maid and a eunuch walked out. My name's Cheng Kong. She's Kair. We're here to accompany Madame for the visit. Not enough carriages in the household department. So please walk, Madame. How can there be no carriage? These servants sent someone to sabotage things. Supping didn't mind. Any chance to visit family is good. Once out of the palace, Supping was happy. She got home and found her dad drunk. Enough with the talk. What food did you bring this time? Seeing the jewelry in the bundle. There's so little money. What's this good for? Did you go to the gambling house? How could you go to a place like that? Gambling dens will eat you alive. You'll never have enough money there. Zhang Zhuren slapped Suping's face. You brat, just a few days in the palace, and you dare lecture your dad. Zhang Liu came out. Why did you hit her? Old Zhang outside. Hurry and pay back. Sirs, please give me a few more days. I really have no money. This room smells nice. Yeah, my daughter just came back. How old is she? 18. Use your daughter to pay your debt. Then you can't ask me for money again. Depends on how pretty she is. If she sells for a good price, she can pay off the debt. My daughter is famous for her looks. Really, let's see for ourselves. Bring her to the east room. All right, sirs, just a moment. Supping was about to walk to the east room. Heard footsteps. That sound, definitely more than one person. Picked up a knife from the ground. Went inside. Girl, dad owes money. So I have to sell you. A group rushed in from behind. Grabbed Suping's wrist. Pulled her onto the Kong. Dad, who are they? Mom, help me. Mom. Let go of me. I'm a consort, if you touch me. Not even 10 heads could save you. You're a consort. Then I'm the emperor. Me and my brothers. Hold her down. Let me go first. Just as the man started taking off his pants, Supping used all her strength and kicked off the wrist holding her down, stabbed with the knife, and blinded the man. Supping pushed open the window, ran for her life. Chase her! Supping ran wildly all the way, saw an open tavern. There was a beautiful woman coaxing a child. Sister, please help me. Someone's chasing me. I'm a consort in the palace. Meanwhile, a few strong men walked in. Wang Ro stood up and said, Who are you guys? We're looking for him. This is Lord Shen. This tavern isn't a place for you to mess around. Which Lord Shen are you talking about? Get out. The deputy of Palace Section 4 is Shen Yulu. Haven't you heard of Lord Shen? His dad owes us 500 taels. Give him to us to pay the debt and we'll leave. Sis, I don't know Lord Shen. I'll lend you the money. Please, I beg you, save me. Wang Lu nodded. Mom, just give them the money. Aunt hurried back and brought out a few postage stamps and swapped them with the strong guys for Zhongru's IOU. Once they got the money, they finally left. You really are Her Highness. Supping nodded. I know Lord Shen. You're his sister-in-law, right? These are his parents. I will definitely repay this favor. Please, Your Highness, get up. Let me go make you something to eat. A little while later, he started eating a bowl of hot rice. He ate while crying. Maybe I should go find Yulu in the palace. Ask him to take you back to the palace. No need, I brought 2 attendants with me. I'll go find them in a bit. After eating, he thanked the family again, then left the tavern, went back to his doorstep. His parents were fighting. This girl really is a loser. Useless in every way. I pity my oldest son. Supping leaned against the mud wall. Her eyes grew more hopeless. He walked out the door, went to the tavern nearby, saw Kyer and another there drinking. Stop eating and come with me. I'm not done yet. Why go? If you want to go, go by yourself. Supping pulled out a knife, swung it hard. The blade cut Chun Kang's face. Instantly made a cut. Chun Kong was terrified. What are you doing? Supping said coldly. What if I die? Would you two get your whole families executed? Chun Kong and Kyer both kneeled, looking panicked. Please, Your Highness, calm down. I know I was wrong. Come on, go home with me. After getting to the door of the house, Mr. Zhang was startled. Why is my daughter back? I've already paid off your debt for you. Here's your IOU. It's my daughter who has the skills to save you. Brother, when will you handle it? I'll take care of it when I'm back in the palace. I'll figure something out. Supping told the 2 servants to go to the main house. She warned them not to take more than 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, the 3 began to eat. Mr. Zhang and Mrs. Zhang Liu ate a lot. Suddenly, both were poisoned. They started vomiting and had trouble breathing. You filthy servants dared to poison my parents. Your Grace, we didn't poison them. You told us to boil for 15 minutes. Would I poison my own parents? Who would believe you? Mercy, Your Grace. Just do as I say, and I'll let you live. The 2 became completely obedient. Go to the backyard and dig a hole. There's still a bit of life left. Are we really burying them alive? They grabbed their shovels. Then, under Suping's command, they tossed the parents into the pit. Are we really burying them? You tell me. Start filling the hole, quick. Looking at the makeshift grave, Supping knelt on the ground and cried. Rest in peace. Your daughter has failed you. After crying, Supping spoke coldly. Do you know what to say when you return to the palace? Yes, Your Grace. From now on, you 2 follow me. You won't be mistreated. Yes. Looking back, looking at his broken home, he needed a new life. Almost midnight, Supping used the excuse of discussing her parents' poisoning to invite concubine Wan to her quarters. You wretch, what does your parents' death have to do with me? Don't you dare try to frame me. But before concubine Wan could finish, Chun Kong knocked her out with a stick to the back of the head. Is she okay, Your Grace? Put her on the bed. What do we do next? Just wait. Meanwhile, one of the twins Supping arranged. The guard, Song Wen, arrived at the quarters. He braced himself and got on the bed. He did feel a soft body. Your Grace, I'm here. A moment later, the bed began to creak in the room. Supping spoke from outside. Turn on the lights. The room was lit up instantly. The two woke up. You dog, what are you doing? Concubine Wan, how daring you are. Sleeping with a guard. Supping, you set me up. You'll die a miserable death. Supping snorted coldly. Still got the nerve to curse me. Slap her. Concubine Wan instantly coughed up blood. How dare you? I carry the Emperor's child. Aren't you afraid of losing your heads? Supping sneered. You've been with this guard for a while. How could the child belong to the Emperor? Concubine Wan was furious. This is all you're doing. Supping gave a faint smile. I'm going to let the Empress see that this guard you sleep with has a twin brother. The Emperor has many children, never twins. So how could you be pregnant with twins? Guess what the Emperor will think? Concubine Wan immediately turned pale. She didn't expect to be set up by Supping. In this situation, of course the Emperor would have doubts. After realizing her predicament, Concubine Wan dropped to her knees. Please, let me go. I'll treat you well from now on. I can let you go. You two write love letters to each other. Write that you're carrying twins, and they're Song Wen's children. After the Emperor passes, you'll help Song Wen take the throne. Song Wen's whole body was shaking. I'm not writing that letter. If I do, I'll die horribly, Supping said coldly. You won't write. Chang Kong, go call someone. No, I'll write. Concubine Wan picked up the brush and began writing on the table. After a few words, Supping grabbed her ear. Don't try to write differently. Don't I know how you write? After Concubine Wan finished, Supping made Song Wen write a reply. These letters were enough to ruin Concubine Wan forever. Song Wen, get out of here. Supping gently patted Concubine Wan's hair. My dear sister, I didn't want to treat you like this. The Emperor gave you so much, right? From now on, my things will go to you. That's how it should be. We've always been best sisters. The brothel was lit up brightly. Inside a private room, a group of old men were watching the girls dance. Leave, we have business to discuss. Lord Li, the Imperial Medical Bureau is useless now. Even the tips from the nobles are gone. Lord Li, you need to do something. Li Huai frowned. Why don't we all talk it over? Actually, ever since Princess Naxin's delivery, Shen Yulu has had the Emperor's trust. If we want the Emperor to doubt him, our best shot is Princess Naxin. Li Huai nodded in agreement. What exactly should we do? We need to cause trouble for Princess Naxin, then take advantage of the situation. Get mother and child to our side. If that's the case, then there's no time to waste. We'll act first thing tomorrow. At night I was sleeping soundly. Suddenly something pressed on me and slipped into my blankets. I checked the size with my hand. Princess, it's you? It really was Princess Nei. Shen, you're impressive. Just by touching, you knew it was me. I'm just experienced, that's all. After a while, Sir Shen, I didn't expect you to be so bold. Do you have something to tell me? Princess Nei sat up. Her face became serious. I'm leaving the capital tomorrow. Please come with me, Sir Shen. My expression changed. The Emperor let you go? No, I'm leaving by myself. I frowned. Princess, the palace is heavily guarded. You don't need to worry about that. Just say yes. Tomorrow we'll leave together. When we get to Yen, you'll have all the riches and glory you want. I'll give it all to you. No wonder the princess is so forward tonight. Turns out you want me in the palace. I appreciate your offer, but I don't want to leave right now. Please forgive me, princess. As far as I know, things in Yan aren't great. It took me a lot to get where I am here. I don't want to risk starting over somewhere else. She sighed helplessly. I thought you'd say that. As long as I make it back to Yan safely, you'll always have a place there to keep you safe. Find an excuse to leave the palace. Actually, Princess Nei running away only benefits me. The situation in Hui State is really unstable now. If something happens to the old emperor, the whole country might just break apart. If we reach a dead end, We can seek refuge with the inner princess. She wouldn't even need my help to escape. Right at that moment, I heard Dao Hong's voice outside the door. Sir, His Majesty has summoned you. I quickly sat up. Princess, you should hide. Wait a bit before coming out. I put on my clothes and walked quickly to the door. Just as I was about to open the door and leave, the inner princess suddenly stopped me. Mr. Shen, no matter where you are, you'll always be my friend. All right, I arrived at Jingyan Hall. Your subject greets you, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, the Imperial doctors said, that Princess Nangxin's health hasn't been good lately. How do you explain this? I was stunned for a moment. She's in great shape. These old doctors don't know what they're talking about. Your Majesty, the little prince isn't in great shape either. I believe the princess should stay with the Imperial hospital. Each is an expert in their own field. When it comes to adult health, his skills aren't quite enough.
Hearing this,
I understood. That's what these old folks are after, since Lord Li said so. Princess Nangxin should go to the Imperial hospital. Everyone was thrown off by my response. Shen Qing, are you sure? You've been the one looking after Princess Nangxin from the start, and now you're just handing her over to the Imperial hospital? Your Majesty, this is an act of selflessness. If Lord Li wants to take care of a beauty, then let him have her. What is that supposed to mean? I was just saying, don't take offense, Lord Li. Since that's the case, Princess Nangxin will be in the care of the Imperial hospital. You all must take good care of her. News that Princess Daxing gave birth should already be out. I'll let them wait a while before talking to Yan State. Don't worry, Your Majesty. We'll do our best. Your Majesty, my wedding with the princess is near. I'd like to take a day off to prepare for it. Approved. I've decided to go to Mount Wutai myself to bring the Empress Dowager back. How is Your Majesty feeling? Wise decision, Your Majesty. Prince Zhaojing is coming back too. Things at court are about to heat up. Is Your Majesty about to name a crown prince? Everyone's trying to guess His Majesty's intentions. Shen Yulu leaves the Golden Hall and goes with Song Hu to the princess's residence. Master of ceremonies, you've lost weight. Not getting well taken care of lately. No, I'm just used to eating light. You must be tired. Sit down, have some tea. Nice weather today. How about going to the western suburbs to relax? Sounds good. Servants. Barbecue in the western suburbs today. The princess and I rode the carriage we got from Hushangshu. A big group of us headed out to the western suburbs. I directed the setup of a canopy. Lord Shen, you really are talented. Charcoal's ready, and the meat's grilled, served at the two's table. Li Huai took the princess and child to the Imperial infirmary. Our Imperial infirmary's conditions are better than the official bureau. When it's inconvenient, the female doctors will help take care of you. Did Lord Shen ask for me to come here? No, I asked His Majesty myself for this chance. Oh, that puts me at ease. Night falls. Suddenly, flames shot up in the palace. Fire, fire. Everyone ran to put out the fire. Only Li Wai was left guarding the princesses in the infirmary. Official Li, you don't need to stay with me. You should go help with the fire. Li Huai shook his head. Your Highness, I'm getting too old. Even if I went, I couldn't do much. All right then. With that, the princess left. Li Huai lay back on the lounge chair, rocking it slowly. It's been so dry lately. Fires aren't unusual. The princess picked up a kettle of hot water. Official Li, here's a gift for you. She was just about to say something when the princess threw something into his arms. Li Huai caught it by reflex. The scalding kettle landed right in his lap, hot water pouring down inside his robes. Li Huai started rolling on the ground, taking the chance. The princess quickly left the infirmary with the child and headed to Jingyang Palace, found her two contacts. Li Huai collapsed in the room. Help, somebody, Official Li. What happened to you? Quick, get some water. The eunuch didn't hesitate and poured a basin of cold water on him. The pain eased up a bit, but he was still grimacing in pain. His whole body was burned. Li Huai told the eunuch to get medicine. He felt a bit better. Just then, Li Huai remembered. Where's the princess? Did anyone see Princess Nangxin? No, we didn't. Oh no, Princess Nangxin must have used the chaos to escape. This is bad. That night, I got home. Sister-in-law told me about supping. Is she all right? She's fine. I lent 500 taels of silver. So the debt collectors left. I nodded. Recently, my parents and sister-in-law learned how to make alcohol and antibiotics. Soon we'll introduce it to the Imperial infirmary. First, spread it in the palace. Then, promote it gradually. Distilling alcohol isn't hard. The question is whether people believe alcohol can disinfect. This knowledge is not easy to spread. Song-hu and I posted some notices outside our house to recruit palace guards. Usually, only young, strong men sign up, but none know actual martial arts. So we have Song-hu train them first. If that doesn't work, let Li Hui come give instructions. With high pay, we recruited 20 guards quickly. We picked them out of 100 men. They're not all elite, but at least they look strong. Have Song-hu train them the military way. They'll improve for sure. I'm rushing because I know those princesses. With incidents happening in the palace today, Emperor Ren may get furious. If we recruit the guards later, it might be too late. So while the emperor's not in the capital, we'd better fill up the ranks now. Train them in secret at home. Even if the emperor finds out, he won't say much. I used to be just a medical professor. Now I really have a bunch of maniacs under me. It's a different kind of experience. Who knows, maybe I can make. Emperor Ren returned to the capital with the empress. The empress dowager was happy along the way. Every time she saw gifts from the emperor, she knew he hadn't forgotten her. Even though what happened back then was long ago. Now the emperor holds all the power. Mount Wutai is really lonely. And she's getting old. She wants to enjoy family life. Luckily, the emperor came to pick her up himself, gave her plenty of respect. On the way, the empress dowager asked, I heard a new Lord Shen arrived. Good at looking after the children. How are my grandkids doing? Didn't expect mother to hear about him too. Shen Yulu. He's a special one. I'll introduce him to you later. The empress dowager nodded. I also heard he's marrying the princess. That's how I heard about him. Emperor, you've been a bit hard on the master of ceremonies these years. Make it up to them after the wedding. I'll remember your advice, mother. Zhao, the master of ceremonies, was very cute as a kid. And the empress dowager liked him too. After so many years, she still thinks about him. After the emperor and empress dowager returned, they found out about the fire in the palace. Luckily, it wasn't serious. Just punished the people in charge and dropped the matter. After settling the empress dowager in, he ordered the princess and me to see him right away. When we got to the palace, we'd barely reached the empress dowager's quarters when there were already lots of people inside. Consorts, royal heirs, all present. Even some court officials. Plenty of less favored consorts, hoping to win the empress dowager's favor. If she liked them, maybe the emperor would too. I whispered, have you talked to the empress dowager? Met her as a kid. Not that close, actually. After entering her chambers, we saw the empress dowager. The emperor still looks heroic, very much a ruler. But the empress dowager isn't special, aside from her fine clothes. She's just like any regular old lady. You just don't have that aura. Greetings to the empress dowager. Let the young master of ceremonies come forward and let me have a look. Master Zhao stepped forward. The empress dowager affectionately patted his head. Good child. You've been through a lot these years. Then the empress dowager's gaze fell on me. So you're the princess's husband. I greet you, your majesty. The empress dowager moved closer. Let me take a look. Took 2 steps forward. The empress dowager squinted and sized me up. Then her face changed suddenly. You're the emperor. Everyone was shocked. Panic showed on their faces, especially the empress dowager. I am the Princess Shen Yulu's husband. I could never be mistaken. You are the emperor, mother. Here, I am the emperor. He's the real emperor. My own son. I'm not wrong. The emperor's face instantly darkened. He looked furious. Cold sweat started to form on my forehead. Is the empress dowager messing with me for no reason? I didn't do anything to her. Why is she trying to set me up? The officials all looked uneasy. Some were terrified, while others seemed gleeful about my misfortune. Daezong, the old eunuch, spoke up from the side. Shen Yulu, why aren't you kneeling yet? I glanced at him and quickly knelt down. How dare you, Shen Yulu? What trick did you use to bewitch the Empress Dowager? Are you trying to rebel? After Dezong finished speaking, a plump, beautiful lady stepped out. This was Zhao Jing's birth mother, Consort Shu. Her son Pingzi was back. Now someone's backing me up. Consort Shu said, Your Majesty, if word gets out about this, the royal family will be in trouble. I believe Shen Yulu should be executed. Their reason for wanting me dead was simple. Zhao Ying cannot recover. The emperor clearly looked displeased. Why is the Empress Dowager saying such things for no reason? The empress stood out and said, Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager is old now. It's probably just rambling due to illness. How can a loyal minister be killed over such nonsense? Consort Shu said, Sister, that's not right. The common people are easily misled by these words. The empress scoffed. Consort Shu is really putting a heavy accusation on me. Just because the dowager mentioned being ill. You define him as a rebel? Enough! This is total nonsense. Shen Qing is completely loyal to me. How can we kill him over one crazy comment? Lady Shu, you are being ridiculous. Emperor Ren gave a cold scolding, while Dezong lowered his head and stayed silent. While they were speaking, the dowager began cursing a young prince again. Her language was incredibly foul, making even Emperor Ren frown. Beside the dowager, Zhao Jing spoke up. Father, the Empress Dowager has been like this for 6 months. She often cursed me like this at Mount Wutai, too. If Zhao Ying's leg never heals, then this Zhao Jing might truly be the candidate for crown prince. Emperor Ren frowned and looked at me. Shen Qing, check the dowager's condition immediately. As you wish. I stepped forward to check her pulse. I found no other physical symptoms, other than excessive phlegm and dampness. This condition is simply dementia. Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager, has what is called Alzheimer's disease. It doesn't affect the body much, but causes forgetfulness, paranoia, and hiding things, along with verbal outbursts. We must clear the phlegm and dampness. Improve her mood. Let her listen to music and get more sunlight. Then she will improve. Prince Zhao nodded. Father, she indeed has those symptoms. Sometimes she even forgets who I am. Emperor Ren frowned. He wanted to show filial piety. So naturally, he wanted his mother cured. Dezong said, Your Majesty, should the Imperial doctors also take a look? The Emperor nodded. Good point. Summon Dr. Li Wai. I stood to the side, thinking about the fire in the palace yesterday. And the experts outside. They must have come to rescue the princess. Li Huai hasn't reported it yet. Is he waiting for the emperor to find out himself? Anyway, I've cleared my name from this. A moment later, 4 medics brought in a stretcher, carrying Li Huai forward. The emperor frowned. Minister Li, what happened to you? Li Huai said from the stretcher, Sire, there was a fire in the palace yesterday. I went to help put it out, but unfortunately, I was burned. I cannot bow properly. Please forgive me, Your Majesty. Minister Li, you are quite old. Why were you fighting fires? Is it serious? It's fine. I'll recover after some rest. I heard the dowager is ill. Even on this stretcher, I can still diagnose her. The emperor nodded. Then thank you, Minister Li. They carried Li Huai up to examine the dowager. I clicked my tongue, thinking Li Huai is a true bootlicker. Even in this state, he still wants to treat the dowager. Li Huai checked her pulse for a moment. Then he said her senses are failing, blocked by cold dampness. It causes forgetfulness and such. This is common for the elderly. Your Majesty needn't worry. How should it be treated, Minister Li? There is no perfect cure, only managing the phlegm and slow recovery. Thank you, Minister Li. You should go and rest now. Shen Qing, Minister Li's injury looks bad.
Take a look at him.
Perhaps you have a trick to help him recover quickly? I walked over. The doctors surrounded Li Huai, then undressed him to show the injured area. I frowned. This wasn't a burn. It was clearly a scald. Why is this old man lying? After one look, I told him to pull up his pants. Lord Li, is the princess settling in well at your place? Li Huai's expression shifted, looking quite uneasy. The princess is doing very well. Don't worry, Lord Shen. I nodded. You're a fox. You're quite the actor. When the truth comes out, you're finished. Shen Qing, how is Minister Li's body? Your Majesty. His injury is quite severe. I believe only castration can cure him permanently. Li Wei's face paled. Bullshit. I would rather die than be a eunuch. Lord Li, you are over 60. It's useless to keep it anyway. You'll live longer if we cut it off. Bullshit. Sire, don't listen to him. I'll be fine with some rest. Shen Yulu, we are mortal enemies. Fine, take Minister Li away. He's becoming useless in his old age. Shen Qing, I'll leave the dowager to you. I nodded. I will not fail you, your majesty. Handling dementia is simple. Just treat her like a child. Lady Shu is asking for trouble. Zhao Jing just got back and is targeting me. Lady Wan is carrying twins and needs me for the delivery. Did she really think the emperor would kill me? Sire, it's awkward for me to care for her alone. I need a lady to help in shifts. The emperor frowned. Who do you think would be suitable? I think Lady Su would be a good fit. Everyone was stunned for a moment. Granted, the dowager is in your and Lady Su's hands. By your command, everyone dispersed. Dao Hong followed Shen Yulu and whispered, Lord Shen, my grandma was just like the dowager before she died. Always cursing, very hard to please. How could you take this job? If you can't please her, it's because you don't know how. If you do, it's actually very easy. Think about it. If we please the dowager, the rewards will be huge. Then let's see what tricks you have. The officials in the palace. Is there a painter who does their portraits? Dao Hong nodded. Yes, every official has a portrait. They're kept in the household department. Even you have one, Lord Shen. I have one? When did they paint me? Lord Shen, you don't know. There's a painter named Bai Yingning. His skills are incredible. After seeing someone once, he can paint them perfectly. Since you come and go so often, he's naturally seen you many times. It's no surprise he has your portrait. He's a human camera. What a talent! I gave Da Hong some silver. Have him paint a portrait of eunuch Dezong. I plan to enshrine it at home. Da Hong curled her lip. Lord Shen, why admire a eunuch? Stop talking and just go. After Dao Hong left, I looked at the dowager. I'll come keep you company whenever I'm free. You're a clever boy. I like you. But I'm so bored. I don't know what to do here. If you're bored, how about I tell you some stories? The dowager looked delighted. Wonderful. I love stories. The abbot at Mount Wu Tai told them too. But it's always the same old story. One actually have some interesting stories to tell. So when Xiao Yanzi heard that Prince Yongqi was breaking off the engagement, she was furious. She immediately declared boldly, never look down on the young and poor. Turns out, there's actually an old man's spirit inside Xiao Yanzi's ring. The reason he stayed by her side was to collect 5 gems. That's all for today's story, Empress Dowager. Want to know what happens next? Tune in next time. The Empress Dowager nodded with satisfaction. Well told, you deserve a reward. Dao Hong brought over 2 portraits. I took one look at them. They were incredibly lifelike. I was looking for just a bit. You useless servants are trying to get me killed. The emperor is my son. What can you do to me? I quickly hung Dezong's portrait on the wall. Empress Dowager, we're at a dead end. We can only ask the Supreme Lord for help now. The Empress Dowager was stunned. Who's the Supreme Lord? I pointed at Dezong's portrait. That's the one, Empress Dowager. Come, let's bow together. He will surely help us get through this. I knelt on the ground and started kowtowing. I gave Dao Hong a look. Then she followed and knelt beside me. The Empress Dowager knelt to the portrait, praying for the immortal's blessing. Please grant me peace and long life. I whispered to Dao Hong that next time the Empress Dowager gets sick, we'll bring her to worship Dezong's portrait. Remember that. Not long after, Supping came over. Before she received the order, Supping's eyes were dull and lifeless. But now they seem to shine. Lord Shen, I greet your highness. Supping gave a sweet smile. Thank you, Lord Shen, for arranging such a great job for me. No need to thank me, your highness. The Empress Dowager's illness comes and goes. When she's better, she needs someone to chat with and keep her company. If he has an episode, just treat him like a child. He'll then understand. I prescribed some medicine. Let the Imperial household slow cook it.
Dao Hong.
Tell the Imperial household to carve 108 square jade pieces for me. I'll draw the exact patterns and bring them over soon. Let them know. These are toys for the Empress Dowager. Make sure they do their best. Yes. Li Huayi returned to the Imperial Medical Institute. His staff immediately arranged a room for him. Sir, the people you wanted are ready. Li Huayi nodded. He lay down on the bed. Let them come in and take a look. A woman walked in holding a child. Looking nervous, Li Huayi sized her up. He nodded in satisfaction. Though her looks aren't perfect, her figure is almost identical. From now on, you are Princess Naxin. Never take off your veil. If you do, you won't survive. Got it? The woman knelt down on the ground. I'll do anything you ask. Just please cure my child. Thank you, sir. The fake princess handed her child to the Imperial Medical Institute, then went back to her room to change. But after changing, she found the clothes didn't fit. The fake princess paced at the gate of the Imperial household, thinking she needed better-fitting clothes. Suddenly, two women showed up. Who are you? I'm a princess of the Yan Kingdom. You sure are bold, daring to come to the palace and impersonate Princess Naxin. Don't you know that's a capital crime? The fake princess quickly knelt down. I'm sorry, I just wanted to save my child. What exactly happened? The fake princess explained everything. Consort Shu told the fake princess to put on her veil. They arrived at the Imperial Medical Institute and entered Li Huayi's room. The palace maid shoved Li Huayi aside. He'd just taken off his pants about to put on medicine, but got so startled by the two of them, he almost fell off the bed. Your Highness, what brings you here? Consort Shu dragged the fake princess deeper into the room, then pulled her into the room further, and shut the door. Dr. Li, you're bold indeed. You swapped them out without permission. If I report you, do you know how serious that is? Li Huayi's legs buckled, and he fell down. He knelt on the ground. Please spare my life, Your Highness. I was forced by Shen Yulu. Consort Shu sat down on the chair and questioned him from above. You said Shen Yulu forced you? Li Huayi looked mournful and explained everything. Consort Shu furrowed her brow and looked very serious. So what you're saying is, maybe Shen Yulu isn't involved after all. Your Highness, even if he isn't involved, he definitely knows something. Consort Shu's eyes shifted, her face turning grave. Seems like this is a golden opportunity. Li Huayi, I can save your life. Thank you, Your Highness. Since Princess Naxin already escaped, and Lord Shen wasn't there, we'll need to set up another princess escape. That way, we can catch Shen Yulu making a mistake. I'd rather stay out of this. Do you really think that's possible? No matter who helped Princess Naxin escape, you're still responsible. If I don't put in a good word for you, you're as good as dead. I'll do whatever Consort Shu asks. That's more like it. The Imperial household will escort you and the princess out for treatment. Then I'll have someone snatch the princess on the way. After that, you say you saw Song who kidnapped the fake princess. What about Shen Yulu, Your Highness? You don't need to worry about that. I'll handle it. Consort Shu returned to her palace and offered a gift to Zhao Jing. My child, this is our chance. As long as we get rid of Shen Yulu, Zhao Ying will never get ahead. What should I do? You're about to leave the palace. Just follow my instructions. I went through a lot of trouble. Finally finished drawing the mahjong tiles. Suddenly, Dao Hong walked over. Sir, Minister of Revenue Feng Yuxi sent you an invitation, inviting you to dinner tonight. Minister of Revenue? Do I know him? Tell him I'll be there tonight, taking the princess with me. In the afternoon, I took Song Hu to the princess's manor first. When someone's overly nice with no reason, they must be up to something. I nodded. I think so too. Could this be a hangman banquet? What's a hangman banquet? It's when someone pretends to invite you to a meal, but actually wants to harm you. Maybe his kid is sick, and he wants your help. That's possible. But we should still be careful. You're right. We'll take 10 guards with us this time. After discussing, we headed to the residence. Just as we reached the entrance, Feng Yuxi welcomed us in person. Welcome, Princess. Welcome, Lord Shen. You're really making my humble home shine. So why did you invite me here today, Lord Feng? Is there some matter to discuss? My grandson cries all the time. I wanted Lord Shen to take a look. It's a small thing, nothing to make a fuss about. You're too kind, Lord Feng. We entered the house. I wrote out a prescription. Impressive skills, Lord Shen. Tonight, you must have a few more drinks. Minister, I can't really drink much. Let's just drink a little. No problem at all. We drank until we felt a little tipsy. After we stepped outside, something felt off. No idea why he invited us though. We'll probably find out soon. Meanwhile, Li Yan, the fake princess, finished the official paperwork and left the palace by carriage. Sir, my child's prescription is in my pocket. I'll give it to you once we're out and done. That small illness of your boy is no trouble. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just as Shen Yulu's carriage was near home, Song Hu suddenly frowned. It's an ambush. Be careful. I lifted the curtain and glanced outside. We brought guards this time, so it should be fine. As we passed through the alley, the ambushers didn't show up either. Maybe they're targeting the carriage behind us? Probably. That's Lord Shen and the prince's carriage. The one speaking was eunuch Heshen. Thanks to you, Lord Shen. I'm much better. Heading back to the palace? I heard Dezong's been causing trouble. I explained what happened these few days. Don't worry, Lord Shen. He came with me, so he won't make trouble yet. All right, then. Goodbye. I'd only walked a few steps when Heshen saw Li Wai sneaking around like a thief. Sir, where are you heading? What a coincidence, eunuch Shen. Are you going straight back to the palace? Yes, Lord Li. So, where are you off to? I'm taking Princess Na Xing out for treatment today. I see. Li Wai glanced at my carriage as it drove off. Eunuch Shen, I won't say much more. I need to hurry and treat the princess. I'll head out first. After saying that, Li Huai quickly told the driver to rush the carriage ahead. But they hadn't gone far. Heshen heard a commotion from a carriage behind him. He turned around to look. His face changed dramatically. A dozen masked men had stopped the carriage. All of them were big and strong. They were holding knives. The nearby townsfolk backed off in fear. A man in black rushed inside the carriage. He grabbed Li Wai and threw him right out. Li Wai landed flat on the ground. Heshen got a fright. He quickly hid to the side when he saw this happen. Li Wai lay on the ground, shouting loudly, "How dare you, Shen Yulu? It was Shen Yulu who took the princess. Go tell His Majesty quick."
Hearing this,
Shishan frowned. How could Shen Yulu have kidnapped the princess? Just then, another carriage drove up. A young man lifted Li Huai into the carriage. Heshen frowned again. Something about this is fishy. He quickly headed for the princess's mansion. Eunuch Shen, what brings you here? I was a bit surprised. Heshen told me what just happened. My face fell instantly. That bastard is asking for it. Thanks, Eunuch Shen. I owe you one for this. It's nothing, really. I'll return to the palace now. I'll report everything honestly. Thank you, eunuch. After Heshen left, I immediately discussed it with the princess. She didn't look happy either. There might be a fake princess in that carriage. Someone must be backing Li Wai. It can only be Consort Shu. Consort Shu is the cousin of Feng Yuxi, the Minister of Revenue. Looks like this was a setup. No time to lose. Song Hu, take your men and guard the city gates now. Don't let the fake princess's people get off that carriage. Song Hu nodded. Got it. Song Hu rode off, leading the guards away at top speed. I rushed non-stop back to the palace. Right as I entered the palace, Da Hong came looking for me. Sir, something happened. The princess escaped. Li Huai says your people helped her get away. His Majesty wants to question you now. I already know. I nodded and quickly walked toward the Hall of Mental Cultivation. I walked into the hall. Unbelievable! Absolutely outrageous! Whoever did this, I will skin them alive. Where's Shen Yulu? Hurry up and get him here. I stood tall and proud, without any fear. Your humble servant greets your Majesty, Consort Shu shouted loudly. Shen Yulu, do you admit your crime? I do not, Minister Li Wai just glanced at me from the ground. Your Majesty, the one who took the princess was Lord Shen. Shen Yulu, is that true? I never did such a thing. How dare you, Shen Yulu, still denying it? I looked up. Standing next to the emperor was He Dizong. Where's He Shun? If He Shun were here, his words would matter a lot. Since the princess entered the Imperial hospital, I haven't seen her again. How could I abduct her? Shen Yulu. The princess clearly disappeared at the gate of the lady's mansion. Hurry and confess. I sneered. Abduct the princess? Besides you, did anyone else see it? Otherwise, it's a false accusation. Just then, Feng Yuxi entered the hall. Your Majesty, I have something to report. After Feng Yuxi came in, he took out a letter. Today, Shen Yulu visited my mansion and dropped a letter. It turned out to be secret correspondence with Yan State. Shen Yulu, did you write this letter? The emperor tossed the letter in front of Shen Yulu. I picked it up and took a look. With a hint of a cold smile, I wrote a prescription at Minister Feng's place. So my handwriting is there. Your Majesty, this letter isn't mine. Minister Feng said.
He's lying.
Whether it's his writing can be checked by comparison. Go to Huangxi and search Shen Yulu's room. Gather everything he wrote. Yes, Your Majesty. Soon.
He Dizong came back.
He brought a pile of papers. After a careful comparison, something seemed off. The handwriting is very different. Minister Feng looked unsettled. That's impossible. It's definitely his writing. Minister Feng, you don't know? I have a habit with writing. Regular writing is one thing. Prescriptions are another. You tricked me into seeing your grandson, then got someone to copy my handwriting and forged this letter. Minister Feng, you are really scheming. The emperor's expression suddenly darkened. Your Majesty, this old minister speaks the truth, not a single lie. The lady and minister who arrived. Your Majesty. Minister Feng has a handwriting copyist at his home. His name is Zheng De. He can mimic anyone's handwriting after just a few words. If Your Majesty gives the order, he can be found right away. You'll know with one interrogation. Hu Jiani, how dare you slander me? How dare you come to my mansion to arrest anyone? Minister Hu snorted. No need to worry, Minister Feng. I'm not arresting anyone. Just surrounding your mansion, so no one escapes. Search as Minister Hu said. Find this Zheng fellow for me. Feng Yuxi suddenly looked terrible. Consort Shu quickly said. The important thing is to torture Shen Yulu for the truth. Make him reveal where the princess is. We still have a chance to catch her. The emperor frowned. Shen Yulu, did you help the princess escape or not? If you help us find her, I'll let it go. Your Majesty, I have nothing to do with her escape. When I heard the princess was rescued, I immediately sent Song Hu to guard the gate. We've probably caught them by now. I told him not to make a move yet. Let's order them to bring the princess back. As long as she's still here, we can talk this out. Li Hui, take some men and bring the princess back from outside the city. Yes, Your Majesty. After Li Hui left, suddenly the Empress Dowager came in, assisted by Supping. What are you all arguing about? Mother, why are you here? Why did you come? I'm waiting for you to tell me a story. Empress Dowager, I just have something to handle here. I'll be there to tell you a story soon. Okay, that's good. Don't make me wait too long. Consort Qing walked in and said, Sister Shu, why are you so against Shen Qing? Did Shen Qing treating the prince bother you? Consort Qing, don't talk nonsense. The princess matters to the country, so of course I have to help His Majesty. Seems like you just want to cause trouble for the emperor. I'm just giving His Majesty some advice. Why are you so anxious? The Empress Dowager frowned, looking annoyed. So annoying. The Empress Dowager stood up. She stomped her feet in frustration. The Empress Dowager saw Dezong and was overjoyed. She knelt in front of Dezong with a thud. May the true Lord bless us. Dezong knelt too. Empress Dowager, you'll break this old servant. Please stand up. Several consorts came to help the Empress Dowager. She started bowing to Dezong nonstop. The Emperor and Empress pulled her up. True Lord, save us. The Empress said, Your Majesty, if this gets out, it won't look good for the royal family. Better to execute this eunuch. Dezong looked scared to death. Spare me, Your Majesty. Spare me, Your Highness. The Empress Dowager is critically ill. No, Your Majesty. Even if she's very ill, Dezong serves by your side, so it's normal for him to see her. But if he kneels every time, that's not proper behavior. If you won't kill him, at least don't let him stay. The emperor nodded. Do as the empress says. The empress smiled and said, Dezong. From today, you'll manage the Imperial Guard at the Palace Service Bureau. After Dezong left, Supping also led the Empress Dowager out. After a while, Li Hui returned with a woman, holding a child, and entered the hall. The woman was veiled. Li Hui, who is this? Your Majesty, she claims to be the princess. I caught her at the gate. The emperor walked up to her and ripped off her veil. Who are you? Why pretend to be the princess? The woman kept her head down. She answered nervously, Lord Shen ordered me to act as the princess, to help him divert attention. That way the real princess could escape. The emperor glared in anger, furious. Suddenly the lady spoke up. Look up and see. Who is Lord Shen? Princess Jia lifted her head, looking lost. She randomly pointed. That's Lord Shen. Minister Feng looked even more unsettled. Nonsense. Are you too nervous? So you pointed wrong? I'm almost 40, so I can't possibly look younger than Lord Shen. He pointed to Shen Yulong and said, It's him. The lady snorted. Minister Feng, your hint was way too obvious. Why was she wrong at first? Lady, she's just an ordinary woman. It's normal to make mistakes. Why dwell on it? Your child has a fever. Princess Jia nodded firmly. I lifted the baby's swaddling, checked his eyelids, then looked at his tongue. Your child's illness. No one but me can cure him. If you tell the truth, I'll save your child, or he won't make it through the night. I have a prescription. You have a prescription? I don't believe anyone can cure this. Show me the prescription. Princess Jia reached into her clothes, pulled out the paper Li Wai gave her. It turned out to be blank. Li Wai suddenly looked guilty. He pointed at Li Wai and called him a fraud. You lied to me. How bold. Tell the truth right now, or I'll have your head. The woman hugged her baby and cried loudly. Your Majesty, spare me. I said, if you want the emperor to spare you, then tell the truth. Shen Yulu, don't scare him. There are plenty of imperial doctors in the palace. I don't believe you're the only one who can cure this. Just tell the truth.
The empress said,
I can't speak for other things, but when it comes to treating children, the Imperial Clinic can't match Shen Qing right now. Official Shen, please save my child. I'll tell you everything. When I first entered the palace, he told me to pretend to be the princess and sneak in. When did you enter the palace? The day before yesterday at noon. So you mean, the princess ran away the day before yesterday, right? The fake princess nodded. Emperor Ren frowned. The day before yesterday. Wasn't that the day I picked up the Empress Dowager? That's right, that day. Your Majesty went to Mount Wutai to bring back the Empress Dowager. I was preparing the wedding with the princess all day, and didn't return to the palace, so the princess's escape had nothing to do with me. When exactly did the princess escape? Ask Li Huai, you'll know. Someone kicked Li Huai's shoulder. You fool, confess now. Li Huai knelt and kept bowing. Your Majesty, I had no choice. This time, Li Huai dared not hide anything. He told everything exactly as it was. So why the fake princess today? Li Huai pointed at Consort Shu. It was her. She told me to frame someone. That way she'd get rid of her. Consort Shu's face changed drastically. Nonsense. When did I ever offend you? Your Majesty, every word I said is true. If you don't believe me, you can check my scars. With that, Li Huai pulled down his pants. The wounds looked terrible. Put your clothes back on. Consort Shu knelt down. Your Majesty, I'm innocent. I've never had anything to do with Shen Yulu. Why would I risk framing him? I won't deal with you for now. Minister Feng, why did you frame Shen Yulu? He glanced at Consort Shu, then quickly lowered his head. Your Majesty, please punish Minister Feng. We have no dealings at all. Why not say who's behind you? Save yourself some pain. I just don't like you, so I wanted to hurt you. I have nothing more to say. Your Majesty, please punish me. Consort Xing said. Your Majesty, everyone knows what relationship Minister Feng and Consort Shu have. Consort Shu is just afraid Shen Yulu will cure our prince's poisoning. Consort Xing, how could I be so vicious? Emperor Ren said, Feng, you act for personal gain, forming cliques and private interests. Framing the loyal, stripped of all titles, never to be reinstated. Matters concerning consort Shu in the harem. I won't say more. Just remember this. Heirs are the foundation of the nation. Don't let us down again. I will behave myself. About Shen Yulu and Princess Jia. You have full authority to handle it. Find the royal princess without fail. Li Huai failed his duty. Lost the royal princess. Execute immediately. Alright, everyone else can leave. Shen Qing, stay. Everyone filed out one by one. The emperor patted my shoulder about today. You've been through a lot. Your Majesty, you flatter me. It's nothing but a small hurdle. Not worth mentioning. What happened today is just the tip of the iceberg. Do you have any good ideas? So these princes can avoid harem infighting and focus on their studies? Your Majesty, I believe we should learn from ancient wise rulers and set up an Imperial academy. As for the details, gather all the princes there, and I will manage it personally. Closed-door teaching will be enforced. That's actually a good idea, but there will be opposition. Your concerns are very valid. I'll handle it properly. Good, that's a relief for me. Now that the royal princess has escaped. Shen Qing, what do you think? Reporting to your Majesty. It's really not that big a deal. If the royal princess puts down the Yan rebellion, our dynasty could form an alliance with her country and fight Wulin together.
Exactly.
I walked out of the Hall of Mental Cultivation and went straight to Wang Xi's post. The fake princess dropped to her knees with a thud. Lord Shen, please save my child. Qin Guiru asked anxiously. Lord Shen, are you all right? I'm fine, it's all over. Tomorrow. There's good news coming. Dao Heng told the lady to win over the fake princess. Qin Guiru frowned. She's just a mother with a kid. What's the use? Why bother winning her over at all? Don't tell me you like her looks. I might be a flirt, but I'm not that desperate. I only love you. I'm busy enough as it is. How could I handle even more? Quit talking like that. I picked up my teacup and took a sip. Guiru, do you know what a mother's strength means? Once a woman has a child, she becomes incredibly strong. Today, she pretended to be a princess for her child. Someday, she might even take a knife for my sake, for her kid's sake. Qin Guiru was stunned. I've never been a mom, so I wouldn't understand. Shen Yulu put down her teacup, the corner of her mouth curling into a playful smile. If you want to be a mom, I can help you out. Qin Guiru flushed and snapped back. Who needs your help? Then she rushed away. Night fell deeply. The lady brought Qingqing to the Imperial prison. The jailer saw the lady arrive and quickly let her in. The fake princess curled up on the cold straw, her lifeless eyes staring into the dark cell. Rats sometimes ran across the old wooden bars. Every now and then a rat scurried by. Lady, should we bring her out now? He signaled to a jailer. The jailer understood. He walked to the cell door and roughly took away the bowl of spoiled food. Forget it. Just go to sleep. Lord Shen has already found new parents for your child. Someone's coming to take them tomorrow morning. You'll never see them again. The fake princess trembled violently. Her tears fell like broken beads. So you had the guts to pretend to be a princess, huh? How bold, not even bowing to the lady. Lady, may I see my child one more time? You only want one last look? Don't you want to always be with your child? Lady, are you going to save me? I'll do anything. The lady looked at her quietly for a moment, then turned to leave. Lady, lady. She just collapsed in the cell. Once out of prison, if the lady wants loyalty, why not free her tonight? We need to break her spirit, so let her stay desperate a few more days. Then she'd be loyal to us. The lady plans carefully, but with Lord Shen, none of these tricks seem to work. Don't say nonsense. I'm genuine with him. Night set in. I was outside Concubine Qing's palace. She wasn't sleeping yet, but reading some medical books. I hugged her from behind. The most beautiful woman in the land, reading at midnight. You're making things tough for other women. Concubine Qing blushed. Stop messing around. Me reading has nothing to do with other women. You're wrong, my lady. You're already the most beautiful. That's what we call competition. I'm not as good as you say. Be careful who hears you. I pulled her into my arms. I'm only saying it to you. To me, you'll always be the most beautiful. Did the emperor make things hard for you today? No, but Consort Shu is such a flirt. How dare she seduce you? This will probably keep happening. We have to strike first. You'd go against Consort Shu for me. Of course. It's for you and our son. But we need a long-term plan against Consort Shu. Let me know if anything comes up. I'll have your back no matter what. Don't worry. No matter what happens, I'll stand with you. Elsewhere, Eunuch Hishun was back with the Emperor. Your Majesty, it's getting late. Shall we choose tonight's companion? Consort Sheng's card is up. She's not feeling well.
Tell the Empress.
I'll stay in her palace tonight. Doesn't matter if she serves me or not. Emperor Ren went to the Empress's palace. Baiyu was helping the Empress wash her face. Your Majesty, greetings. You all may leave. Empress, you seem upset lately. Are you feeling unwell? No, just a bit of a cold. The next morning, I walked out from concubine Qing's chambers and headed straight for the throne room. Today is crucial for the Imperial Academy. Since I'm the main player, at the palace square, all the officials had arrived one after another. They stood in groups, chatting quietly. At the palace front, I spotted a few elders, in scholars' robes, their hair and beards all white. They were Grand Tutor Wang, Court Sorcerer, and Vice Tutor Li Degong. These are the teachers for the princes and princesses, usually in charge of classics and history. There was a touch of scholarly pride in their eyes. When I walked over, they just glanced at me coldly, then turned away. Li Degong, right beside him, even snorted and raised his nose. Clearly, he wasn't impressed. I just smiled, walked straight to my spot and stood there. Officials filed in, one after another. The emperor sat on the throne. Long live the emperor! Long live, long live. Everyone, you may rise. Everyone, I've thought it over carefully. To ensure the heirs stay safe, focus on their studies. I've decided to set up the Imperial Academy. All princes and princesses will be gathered here. They'll receive closed-off instruction. Shen Yulu will run the Imperial Academy. Grand Tutor Wang Shushi stepped forward immediately.
He spoke loudly, holding the jade tablet. Your Majesty.
I have a request. Shen Yulu is a physician. He doesn't know much about governing a country. He's clueless about it. The fourth prince is the future ruler. How can he be taught by someone just wearing robes? This will mislead the kids and undermine the nation. Li Degang, the young nobleman, followed quickly. The princes and princesses are royal blood. How can they be locked up like prisoners? This goes against tradition. Absolutely not. The emperor shot me a glance. I bowed to everyone. I don't quite agree with what you're saying. I may be a doctor, but I'm confident in my skills. I'm more than capable of teaching royal heirs. You all are scholars, highly educated. How about I give you a question? If anyone answers it, I'll admit I was showing off. And I won't mention this academy job again. I will never bring it up. Wang Shushi snorted. So what's your question? Go ahead, say it. Shen Yulu smiled gently. It's pretty simple. If someone earned 1 silver tael on day 1, earned 2 taels on day 2, earned 4 taels on day 3, and each day after earned double the previous day, how much would he earn on day 20? As soon as the question was asked, Wang Shushi and Li Degang were stunned. They whispered among themselves, scratching their heads. Someone tried mental math, but the numbers rose too fast. They couldn't work it out. He quietly asked, Hey, Heshen, can you figure it out? Heshen shook his head. Your Majesty, anything over 10. I can't calculate. I asked the eunuch for paper and pen. Wrote the answer down. Over 1 million. Everyone was shocked. That's the simple doubling method. The amount gets huge. As for this math, I can teach all the princes. In just 1 morning. How about you, gentlemen? Can you do it? Ruling a country takes wisdom and morals. Takes strategies to help the people. This math stuff can't compare. Such minor skills are useless in governing. Raised an eyebrow. So what do you use to rule the country? Of course, vision and political sense. And understanding people. Well said, the 8th and 9th princes are rebellious. If you can turn them around, I'll be convinced. What do you think? If you can reform both princes, then you run the academy. Please grant me full authority to discipline them. After court, congratulations, Lord Shen, on your 2 big wins. Back at the manor, I found Dao Hong. Tell me everything about the 8th prince. I listened to Dao Hong, tapping my fingers lightly on the table. The eighth prince is always with his guards. Even an imperial order can't do anything. Go get Song Hu. Go to the brothel. Also decided to bring Li Hui. The three of us arrived at Zuixian Tavern. Went into a private room at the same time. In another fancier private room, the eighth prince was lazily lying on the couch. Tai Ying. The emperor found me a new teacher. Here to spy on me again? Your Highness has informants. They saw us come in. If he tries to boss me around, just deal with him directly. No need to show them any respect. Waited and waited. Still nothing happening outside. He pushed open our door. The three of us are playing a game with 5 girls, holding a piece of paper between our lips and passing it one by one. Which one is Shen Yulu? So it's the eighth prince. Your Highness, we're just playing a game. We won't bother you. Mr. Shen, right? The new teacher. Teachers deserve respect. I'll treat tonight. All right, that's it for today. You all can go now. Mr. Shen, don't let them leave. Any new tricks? I'm tired today. All right, stop beating around the bush. How are you going to teach me? I'd rather get married. I'm never studying. Why teach anyway? I'll be real with you. Life's about eating and drinking. That's real living. Got it. Good point. But hey, your game skills suck. Bullshit. When it comes to eating, drinking, and goofing off, I'm second to none. Who dares claim first? That passing paper game, you know how? I just don't care to play it. Teach me a few new things. I'll get it, no problem. I smiled slightly, picked up the dice and shook them. Your Highness, know how to play this. Who doesn't? Is it just comparing numbers? I shook my head, had a few girls come back in. Let's play something fancy. I explained the rules to him. Mr. Shen, let me be your student. I'm already your teacher. Teach me how to play. You don't want to learn. Rich kids in the capital might not even get it. I had the madam fetch some bamboo sticks and pens. Quick scribbling here and there. Soon made a simple set of cards. What are these? 3 Kingdoms strategy cards. Loser takes off a piece of clothing. The girls too. This game is fun. Played a few rounds, kept losing. I'm done, this game's trash. 1 minute it's strategy, next it's history. Practice if you suck. All the 8th Prince's followers. Listen, I set up a plan for him to slack off. Don't let him touch a book. Your Highness still want to play. Hell no, I keep losing. Embarrassing. Put your clothes back on. But didn't go back to his mansion. I'm heading to the palace. Zhao Lu went into the library alone, struggling to find books on history and strategy. Thief! Someone's stealing books. Guards and eunuchs rushed over with lanterns. Zhao Lu's face changed. He grabbed the books and ran. Didn't get far before being surrounded. Several guards pinned him to the ground. Eunuch Hishun hurried over, shined a lantern at him. Finally saw who was being held down. Stop. This is the 8th prince. Your Highness, these fools must be blind. He got up and brushed off the dirt as usual. No worries. Don't tell anyone about this, or you'll lose your heads. Your Majesty, Your Majesty. What's all this fuss about? Your Majesty, the 8th prince tried to sneak a look at books. Got mistaken for a thief. Shan Yulu's pretty amazing. Just one day, an old 8 changed this much. Next day, the 8th prince actually came to the palace. Greeted Emperor Yuan. Saw Zhao Lu arrive. What wind blew you in? I want to invite Mr. Shen to teach at my mansion. Permission granted. Zhao Lu accepted the decree. Headed straight to the royal quarters. Mr. Shen hurried to the mansion for strategy games. All right, I'll play with your highness today. I went with Song Hu and Zhao Lu to the 8th prince's place. He really lived up to his reputation. Zhao Lu excitedly called in several clever attendants. Sat around the table for a 3 kingdoms battle. I won! I won! Zhao Lu jumped up from his chair with joy, waving his hands and feet. See? Last night's studying paid off. The strategy books weren't for nothing. Bring out the feast. Serve Mr. Shen the best dishes. Ting, I waved my hand. The music stopped abruptly. What is this thing? Noise. Ooh, I wrote it. No way, it's that bad. My ears feel dirty now. I'm gonna puke. You think mine's bad? Then write one yourself. I smirked. You're way off. Blue sky waiting for rain. And me waiting for you. Moonlight is fished out, fading into an ending. Where'd you learn to write lyrics like that? I've read all the classics. I'm full of knowledge. Stuff like this is easy for me. I have to compete with you. Okay, since we're competing, Zuixian Tavern just got a new melody. They're looking for someone to write lyrics. I'm already halfway done with mine. No, that's too cheesy. Love and hate in a second. Raise a glass, feelings to the moon. Love and hate both linger. When will you fall for me again? He neatly folded up my lyrics and slipped them into his pocket. Your Highness, where's the 9th prince hanging out? Probably strolling with his bird at East Market. That provoking trick won't work on him. You'll see when you meet him. I took Song-Hu straight to the antique market in East City, the liveliest spot. The prince was arguing with a dog vendor. Wait, shopkeeper. You don't need to pay for the dog. Leave now, who do you think you are? No respect for his elders. Song-Hu held him down. I yanked off his pants, grabbed his hair and pulled hard. Got a bunch of hair out. The 9th prince yelled in pain. Touched your hair, so what? What now? Shen Yulu pulled out the Imperial edict, raised it high, announced to the crowd, I'm the emperor's personally appointed teacher. On Imperial orders today, to teach the 9th prince. Everyone else, clear out. The 9th prince's guards saw the edict and froze immediately. The crowd started whispering too. The 9th prince cried out from the beating. Ask kindly. Think you're tough now? I didn't hold back either. Hit him again and again. Now his skin's all red and raw. I give in, I give in. Stop, Mr. Shen. Master Shen, Father Shen. I'm begging you. I let go, adjusted my sleeve, like I wasn't even the one who just beat him. The 9th prince scrambled up from the table, looking a mess.
He rushed to pull up his pants.
And it pointed at me, shaking with rage. Is this how you teach me? Father sent you to guide me. Did he mean for you to hit me? I picked at my ear and said impatiently, I don't have time to teach you anything. All those classics and texts, I don't even bother with them myself. Teach you? Forget it. I'm here today to show you how to be a real person. I turned to the watching vendors and townsfolk, everyone friends and neighbors. If you've ever been bullied by the 9th prince, or he owes you money, come tell me about it today. I'll make sure you get justice. People looked at each other and stared at me in confusion. The 9th prince took a pair of antique walnuts from me. Soon a line of complainants formed. I grabbed a stool and sat down. Pay back the walnuts. Pay back for the pancake stall. In no time, everything was returned. No money? Then work to pay off your debts. I told the 9th prince to start shelling walnuts. I left the market with my hands behind my back. No way, I need to ask 8th brother about this. In a private room upstairs, Zhao Heng found 8th brother. Brother 9th prince, did you fall in a latrine or something? Shen Yulu isn't even human. Maybe I should just go back and study. Don't even think about it, Mr. Shen said. I'm strictly forbidden to touch any books. Anyone who lets me study gets punished. He told me the same thing. No reading allowed. All I can do is work. The 2 brothers stared at each other. Both saw confusion in the other's eyes. 9th, listen to me. Even if you won't let me study, I sneaked into the library the other night. Do you even understand those military tactics books? Zhao LV said proudly. Just so I could beat him at 3 kingdoms. What's hard to read about it? After reading the tactics, I crushed everyone at cards this afternoon. It felt so good. Talk about achievement. Now I think Mr. Shen won't let me study tactics, because he's scared I'll get too good. And beat him. Zhao Heng was speechless. Once this week is over, I'm definitely complaining to Father about him. He won't get away with it. Just then, a loud crowd noise rose downstairs. Soon melodic music flowed like water. Gentlemen, sons of the nobility, the courtesan is here. The madam's signature raspy voice rang out. The mood in Zuishan Lu hit its peak. A woman in white with a veil over her face stepped on stage holding a pipa. Her full face wasn't clear, but her figure and aura were enough to drive all the men wild. Miss Sighing parted her lips. Her voice was cool and clear as jade. I composed a new song last month, but couldn't find matching lyrics. Does any gentleman here have good lyrics ready? If any catch my eye, Tonight, Su Ying is willing to spend the night together. As soon as she said that, the whole crowd got excited. For tonight, everyone really racked their brains. A lot of people brought their best works. They couldn't wait to try. Zhao Lu took a deep breath. Straightened his robe. He hesitated for a moment, but still handed over the half poem he'd worked so hard on, and passed it up. Miss Su Ying. After being in her room for quite a while, the madam finally came out to announce the result. Sorry, none of today's poems caught Miss Su Ying's eye. Please come back tomorrow. With a bunch of disappointed sighs, everyone got ready to leave. Zhao Lu gritted his teeth, then suddenly stood up. He pulled out the paper Shen Yulu wrote from his chest, and slipped a silver ingot to the madam. Wait, could you take this one to Miss Su Ying for a look? A few young masters nearby all burst out laughing. Just give up, young master Zhao. Miss Su Ying is really picky. Don't waste your time.
Exactly.
I even spent big money and got the top scholar Zhang Xinji, Lord Zhang, to write for me. Miss Su Ying rejected even that. Don't try to show off. But Zhao Lu didn't care. He stared nervously upstairs. Before long, the madam came running down like she'd seen a ghost, dashing down the stairs. She couldn't hide her excitement. She rushed up to Zhao Lu. Her voice cracked with excitement. Congratulations, young Master Zhao. Bravo, young Master Zhao. Miss Su Ying said, your poem is just divine. Tonight, young Master Zhao wins the courtesan's favor alone. The whole drunken, immortal house exploded. Everyone instantly turned their gaze to Zhao Lu. Every eye focused on him. Damn, young Master Zhao, you rock. Zhao, take me as your apprentice. Please teach me how to write and charm the ladies. Zhao Lu's vanity hit an all-time high in that moment. He straightened his back, feeling he'd reached the peak of his life. He looked smug, glancing proudly at Zhao Hu, who was still stunned. He lowered his voice. See that? Told you, old ninth. Mr. Shen isn't ordinary. After saying that, under everyone's jealous eyes, he swaggered upstairs. Before leaving, he turned to Zhao Heng and said, Old ninth, get some good rest. We've got work tomorrow. Zhao Heng watched his eighth brother go up looking all cool, and thought about how he had to go feed pigs for Butcher Wang tomorrow. His heart just broke. He stared blankly at the table, full of untouched fruit and pastries. After a long silence, he ordered Gao Sheng to pack it all up. I headed back to the palace. That whole play today, I'd give myself a 99 out of 100. Knocked off 1 point so I won't get cocky. Guessing those two princes' personalities. I really nailed it. Prince 8 can't handle tough talk. Prince 9 can't handle being soft. Those two princes are way too picky. Just look at the Imperial consort. She can make soft things seem tough, and tough things seem soft. Now, that's skill. While I was thinking about the Imperial consort, a familiar young eunuch rushed over, almost tripped and fell right at my feet. Sir Shen finally found you. The Empress wants you right away. I raised my eyebrow. The Empress looking for me in broad daylight? What for? Pretty inconvenient, right? I hurried with the eunuch into Cunning Palace. All the maids and eunuchs were turtling up, scared to lift their heads, not daring to even breathe. From the inner hall came the faint sound of a little girl crying, sobbing away. Just hearing it made you feel bad. When Shen Yulu came in, he saw the Empress holding Princess Kyonger, her brows deeply furrowed, face full of worry. Princess Kyonger's face was bright red from crying, one hand holding her cheek, tears falling like pearls on a string. Shen Qing, you're finally here.
The Empress saw him.
Like seeing her savior. Your humble servant greets, your majesty. I bowed, my gaze landing on Princess Kyonger. Princess, what's wrong? My tooth hurts, Princess Kyonger whimpered, tearing up as she said it. Her tears welled up again. A trembling old Imperial doctor replied, Master Shen, Her Highness is changing her teeth. The new one's already come in. But this baby tooth won't fall out. That's why it hurts so much. Normally, pulling it would solve it. But Her Highness. The doctor didn't finish. But the meaning was clear. This little one won't let anyone touch it. Don't even mention dental pliers. Even a feather near her, and you'd think it was the end of the world. She cries like crazy. The Empress sighed, and gently said to Kyonger, be good. Let Sir Shen take a look, okay? Remember last time you got sick? Sir Shen cured you. I'm about to run the Imperial Academy. And from now on, I'll be Princess Kyunger's teacher. Princess Bear blinked her teary eyes, looking at me. She didn't really mind this person who saved her before. She had no resistance. She hesitated, but nodded. I smiled, squatted down. So I was eye level with the princess. Come on, Your Highness. Open your mouth wide. Let me see what's going on with that tooth. I'm really good with kids. In my last life, I handled tons of difficult kids and always succeeded. Now this princess is 8. My specialty age group. I leaned in for a look. Sure enough, the new tooth was in already, pushing the baby tooth aside.
Easy fix.
Just pull it out. But seeing the princess's terrified eyes, I knew the normal way wouldn't work. I smiled gently and softly said, Your Highness, I have an idea. No pliers, no knives, just a tiny little string. Just brush it gently over your tooth, and it'll fall out on its own. It won't hurt at all. Princess Bear pouted, shaking her head. No way you're trying to trick me. Are you gonna tie the string to a bow and arrow and shoot it off? No, I'm scared. I almost laughed out loud. Wow, smart kid. Not falling for any tricks. Absolutely not. I swear I won't use any weapons. Just telling you a story. And when it's over, your tooth will be out. Believe it or not. Half trusting, Princess Bear nodded. I had the maid bring a sturdy silk thread. With practiced hands, I tied it around the princess's loose baby tooth, making a knot. Everything was ready. I cleared my throat. I began today's story. It's called Little Magic Fairy Outsmarts the Gourd Brothers. Grandpa goes west to fetch the scriptures. Once upon a time in a place called Magic Fairy Castle, there lived a group of beautiful little magic fairies. One day, they met 7 gourd brothers who came from the east. Each gourd brother had his own special skills, especially the eldest. He was super strong. The fairies couldn't win. They were turned into Rainbow Stone Mountain by the gourd brothers and got trapped underneath. Princess Zhanga was totally drawn in. Her mouth hung open. She even forgot about the pain. Princess Zhanga was absorbed. Her mouth opened wide. I gave a quick tug on the string. With a snap, her baby tooth came right out. Princess Zhanga froze for a second. She instinctively licked the gap with her tongue. It didn't hurt at all. She looked at the tiny blood-stained tooth in my hand. Her eyes were full of admiration. Mr. Shen, you're amazing. And after going to the west for the scriptures, what happened? Princess wants to know what happens next. You'll have to wait for next time. When you join the Royal Academy in a few days, I'll tell you a story every day. Princess Kyunger was excited. Mother, I'm going to tell father now. I want to enter the Royal Academy right away. The Empress doted on her and said, all right, when you see your father, tell him about it. The Empress looked up at Shen Yulu. Her gaze suddenly changed, full of affection. So many feelings intertwined. I was so patient and clever with Kyunger. The Empress almost felt. When Kyunger was with me, it was like a normal family's life. While Kyunger wasn't there, Shen Yulu softly asked, Your Majesty, is tonight convenient? The Empress blushed. She thought for a moment, then nodded. Just come over. That night, I quietly went to Kuming Palace. By now, going to the Empress's place was easy for me. I slipped onto the Empress's bed and touched her soft body. The beauty shivered just a little. Lord Shen, the Empress isn't feeling well today. She asked me to serve you instead. By you, I swallowed hard. Bai Yu's lovely face flashed in my mind. Are you willing? Bai Yu was silent for a moment. Then she nodded. I let go of her waist and took her hand. If you don't want to, I won't force you. I'll do whatever Her Majesty says. I remember our first meeting. Every time I see you, I remember. Is it easy being a playboy, my lord? When the 8th prince woke up in the carved bed at Drunken Immortal Tavern, his waist felt broken. But when he thought about the wonderful night with Miss Sighing, he felt really happy. He stretched lazily, about to get up. That poem last night wasn't written by you, was it? Why would you say that? To write a masterpiece like 1,000 trees blossom at night, you must be truly talented, with so much knowledge inside. Book smart too. But after talking last night, it seems you haven't read that much. Don't look down on me. Next time I come, I'll quote classics for sure, and leave you speechless. Zhao LV brought Tai Yin back to the palace. Get me a set of little eunuch clothes. Your Highness, that's against the rules. Enough, just go. A moment later, a little eunuch sneaked into the library, pulled out a copy of the Spring and Autumn Annals. Your Majesty, great news. The 8th prince is reading in the library again. He went to read books again? Absolutely true. The emperor got so excited he stood right up. Didn't even fix his dragon robe? Let's go check it out. Sees the 8th prince. Tears welled up in the emperor's eyes instantly. Announce my decree. No one is allowed near the library. He left the library with Yishan, looking quite pleased. Afraid to interrupt his son, who finally wanted to improve himself. Back to the study. The emperor is in a great mood. Takes a sip of tea. Casually asks about the 9th prince. How's it going over there?
Hishan's face twisted a bit.
He bowed and replied, Your Majesty. The 9th prince got his butt smacked in public yesterday by Lord Shen in the East Market. After that, he's been working odd jobs to pay off debt. Said it's been really rough. Fef the emperor almost spit out his tea, his mouth twitching hard. Spanked in public? That Shen Yulong is bold as hell. He hesitated for a while, finally put on a stern face and slapped the table. Good, let him get hit. The emperor said seriously, Old 9 is much worse than Old 8. Old 8 just likes to slack off, but Old 9 bullies others, oppressing the common people. Being tough on him is a good thing. Hishang kept his head down. Meanwhile, 9th Prince Zhao Heng was still in dreamland, when Song Hu yanked him right out of bed, like grabbing a baby chick. Your Highness, time for the palace. I sat in the outer hall, legs crossed, sipping tea, looking like a supervisor. Zhao Heng just wanted to curse. I'm a prince, not your family's laborer. But seeing my half-smirking face, and Song Hu standing beside me like a bodyguard, he could only swallow all his complaints. He sleepily got dressed, then suddenly remembered something, turned to grab a food box from the table. He packed up the snacks and fruits
He brought back from Zuixian restaurant yesterday.
stuffed them all in. Today's job was feeding Jiang's dogs at the antique street. He got to the East Market. Boss Jiang brought out a big bowl, some leftover rice mixed with veggie scraps. Your Highness, give it a stir and feed the dogs. Making a prince work? Even with my backing, he was still a little nervous. Zhao Heng frowned hard enough to pinch a fly. Dogs eat this? Boss Jiang looked awkward and replied, Your Highness, regular folks' dogs just eat this. Zhao Heng snorted. Seriously? My palace dogs eat fresh bones and chicken every meal. Why not feed them better stuff? Boss Jiang looked even more embarrassed. He rubbed his hands and whispered, Your Highness, U.S. commoners barely have meat once a month. We can't even eat well ourselves. How can we feed it to the dogs? Zhao Heng froze. He blurted out, Why not? Boss Jiang opened his mouth, but had no answer. I spoke up slowly from the side, Your Highness. Looks like you need to really understand how tough life is for ordinary people. You'll eat at a commoner's house for lunch today. Zhao Heng protested. I hang out in the marketplace every day. How could I not know their lives? I'll eat then. Just wait for lunch. Zhao Heng brought the food box and found the old lady selling hawthorns from yesterday. He handed her the snacks and fruit. The old lady saw all the fancy food and panicked, dropping to her knees. She bowed and thanked the prince over and over. Thank you, Your Highness. Zhao Heng felt awkward.
He waved his hand. It's just leftovers. No need for thanks.
I'll be eating at your house soon. The old lady got flustered. Your Highness, there's really nothing good to eat at my place. Just yesterday's cornbread and wild veggies. And it's all so shabby and dirty. I'm afraid it'll mess up your clothes. Zhao Heng said, It's fine. No need to prepare anything special. Whatever you normally eat, I'll have the same. The old lady felt awkward, but hurried home to get things ready. After a busy morning, Zhao Heng and I arrived at her home. As soon as he walked in, Zhao Heng was stunned. He could hardly believe there were houses this rundown, right in the heart of the capital. The mud walls were cracked wide open. Thatch on the roof was patchy and thin, like it could collapse any minute. A frail girl poked her head out from the inner room. She wore clothes faded white from washing, with patches over patches. She stared at Zhao Heng's fancy robe, with wide, curious eyes. Zhao Heng looked at her patched clothes, all different colors, and clicked his tongue in wonder. At mealtime, There were still the same wild veggie stew and cornbread as yesterday. The only difference was a bit of yellow crumbs in the stew. That was a broken egg. The little girl sat down and carefully picked up a tiny piece of egg with her chopsticks, just as she was about to eat. The old lady smacked her hand away. "Hey, greedy girl, that's for the prince." The little girl burst out crying, feeling super wronged. Zhao Heng got furious watching this. Slammed the table. "It's just an egg. Why hit her for that? Can't you just get her another?" The old lady looked troubled, her voice shaking. "Your Highness, that's all we had. I traded 2 pounds of coarse grain for this one egg. She hasn't had an egg in almost a year. Please don't blame us." Zhao Heng was totally stunned. A nameless anger was burning in his chest. "What's the city magistrate even doing?" he shouted angrily. "Right under the emperor's nose in broad daylight. How can people be living like this?" I said calmly from the side. "Our city magistrate is already one of the best around. Even so, making sure everyone's fed and clothed is nearly impossible, especially in a city like this. The gap between rich and poor is huge. The rich spend like crazy. The poor can barely eat. There are many families like this old lady's." "I don't buy it." Zhao Heng slammed the table, stood up angrily. "Somebody, go get the city magistrate for me. I want to ask him directly how he does his job." Soon after, the city magistrate arrived, sweating all over. When he saw the 9th prince, he bowed deeply. Zhao Heng, like a firecracker, exploded.
He blasted him with questions.
The magistrate looked helpless and could only smile bitterly and explain. "All the nobles are packed in the capital, with wealth super concentrated. Ordinary folks can only scrape by with hard labor. Changing that is easier said than done." After Zhao Heng heard this, he was full of passion, acted just like an angry youth. "Isn't it possible to change things?" Wu Yin gave a bitter smile and shook his head. "Your Highness, making everyone prosperous, that's been every wise ruler's dream. How could it ever be that easy?" "I'll give it a try anyway," Zhao Heng said stubbornly. When I saw him looking like that, I couldn't help but smile. This kid's got potential. The 9th prince isn't bad at heart. He's just a bit difficult. If we guide him right, he could do great things in the future. Since that's the case, let the 9th prince train with you for a day. Any problem you, the prefect, face, let the 9th prince think of a solution first. What do you think, Shen Yulu? The prefect looked troubled. "I'm really busy with official work. Your Highness is precious and noble." He probably hadn't finished before Zhao Heng jumped in and agreed immediately. "I'm a prince, so you think I can't handle the job of a mere prefect?" It's settled then. Seeing Zhao Heng brimming with fighting spirit, I felt truly relieved. Now that's what I call a good man. You're still too young. Meanwhile, at Grand Tutor Wang Shushi's mansion, a few senior ministers were meeting. Vice Tutor Li Degang said with a helpless face, "Did you hear? The 8th prince won at Drunken Immortal last night with just 1 poem. The leading courtesan's probably still sleeping it off." Wang Shushi gave a cold snort. "Hopeless, just useless. We've done all we can, but can't teach him anything. What difference would a few more days make? Just appeasing his hobbies. And soon he'll be ruined by indulgence. Let's see what happens when he faces the emperor in 7 days." Wang Shushi raised his porcelain teacup and slowly blew away the foam. "Lord Li, how's the 9th prince doing?" One of Li Deguang's protégés just came back with the latest news. He bowed and said, reporting to the tutors, "Gentlemen, yesterday the 9th prince was at the East Market, and Shen Yulu publicly pulled down his pants, then beat him up with a stick. He ended up with bruises all over, and was forced to work all day, doing hard labor on Antique Street. Apparently it was a miserable sight. He was so hungry that night, he had to eat nothing but cornbread." Li Degang spit out his tea and slapped his leg, bursting into laughter. "This Shen Yulu is really a blockhead. Can't believe he come up with that." Wang Shushi also stroked his beard and laughed, his eyes full of schadenfreude. "I thought he was a little clever, but turns out he's just foolish. The 9th prince is so troublesome and wild. To humiliate him like that, how would he see you as a mentor? No way he'd be grateful. He's probably already holding a grudge. He'll get his revenge for sure." "Exactly," another minister agreed.
And now?
"It won't teach him a thing. It'll just make things worse. That is what you call teaching." What is Shen Yulu trying to do with this National Academy idea? It's just wishful thinking. Everyone's talking at once. And they can't stand me. If Shen Yulu really succeeds, wouldn't that make them all useless? That's exactly how the Imperial clinic is now. Ever since I got here, the clinic has basically become meaningless. The Emperor doesn't care or trust it at all. Now I'm even getting involved with the Grand Tutor and his group. Li Degang must have a death wish. Li Degang set his teacup down. A harsh glint in his eyes. His voice dropped lower. That kid is just a country doctor, plain and simple.
He only won the Emperor's favor with his tricks.
He really doesn't know his place. He wants to control the education of the royals, something so important. This is just outrageous. Madam, you're absolutely right. Li Degang was furious. When the time comes, we'll submit a joint letter, accusing him of poor teaching and crude methods. Not only will he fail to get his academy, he'll even lose his job running the fourth prince's office. He's only suited to stay in the clinic, quietly treating patients. Meanwhile, I just finished up at the fourth prince's office and was about to take a break when I got a letter from the ninth prince. It was just one line. I'm going to follow Lord Prefect and make my own mark. I'm quitting the job you gave me. The handwriting was all crooked, like it was scratched by a dog. But that loyal and passionate spirit still made it worth reading. This kid has real potential. I tucked the letter away, and as soon as I stepped out, I ran right into Li Hui. Let's go. No official business today. Come with me to the princess's house. I patted him on the shoulder, putting on a knowing smile. Li Hui clearly didn't get it, but his total admiration for my woman handling skills made him nod right away. We went out to buy some decent gifts, brought along the three of us, and headed straight to the princess's mansion. As soon as we walked in, Chinking came up to greet us, being super attentive. Master Chinking, you're here, he smoothly bent down and helped me change into comfortable, soft slippers, naturally taking my coat and hanging it up, all in one smooth motion. So familiar, it was like a practiced dance. It looked like they'd done this 1,000 times. Li Hui was staring, eyes wide. Dang, they're not even married yet. And he's already treated like the man of the house. Master Shen's dating skills are just on another level. The princess soon came out of the inner room, asking them to sit for a while in the hall, while she went to the kitchen to prepare some snacks. Li Hui and I had just sipped our tea twice, when the princess's clear voice called out from the kitchen. What do you want for dinner tonight? I'll have the cook make it early. I gave Li Hui a look. Time for a real lesson. I lowered my voice, see this. Never answer this question directly. When they ask you what you want to eat, they actually already have something in mind. If you name something they don't like, they won't be happy. You have to guess what they want. After that, I cleared my throat and called back loudly, Princess, why don't you guess what I want to eat? She laughed like a ringing bell from the kitchen. It's such a beautiful sunny day, with the wind so nice. I bet you want to go out. Why don't we eat at a restaurant instead? I raised my eyebrows at Li Hui and said, see, she'd already decided to eat out. But she's worried it'll cost more money, and she's a bit torn about it. That's when I come in to give her a nudge, so she can enjoy spending money. So I called out loudly, Princess, you really get me. That's exactly what I want. Such a beautiful time and scenery. With Commander Li visiting too, it's perfect for a meal out. No need to worry, Princess. Money comes and goes. We can always earn more. The princess was full of joy. That's great. Which restaurant should we go to? Li Hui was amazed at this point, wishing he'd brought a notebook to write all this down. So many tips. Easy to forget them all. Li Hui whispered, Master Shen, I know a place called Maoxiang Restaurant near the palace. It's been open for decades, and their braised pork knuckle is the best. It tastes great, but I shook my head at him. You're still too young. It doesn't matter what you like to eat. What matters is where the princess wants to go. She's asking me, but she's already made up her mind. If you take her somewhere she doesn't want to go, even if you order the best food, she may not enjoy the night. Li Hui just stared, shocked. He felt like his brain was going to fry. Way harder than any martial arts exam. I piped up again and said to the princess, I've heard there's a new restaurant in the capital. Very famous. Princess, you're brilliant. Why don't you guess which one it is? If you guess right, I'll give you 10 taels of silver. The princess came out carrying snacks, smiling. No cheating now. I recently heard about a new restaurant that's become really popular. Is it called Jouet Restaurant? I slapped my thigh. Told you the princess is super smart. She guessed it. 10 taels of silver. I gamble. I pay up. The princess blushed and said maybe we're just that connected. I held her hand and said, that's right. You always know what's in my heart. We're clearly meant for each other. They locked eyes, flirting wildly. You could nearly smell the romance in the air. The princess blushed, like a shy flower about to bloom. We still have a witness here. Li Hui was totally stunned on the side. Do you even care if I'm here or not? Watching all this slick flirting, he felt like his whole view of the world had been shattered. So much to learn. Can't keep up. Hanging out with Master Shen really makes you a better man. A few days later, the academy issue was settled. 8th Prince Zhao Li became a well-read gentleman. 9th Prince Zhao Heng grew into a hard-working, caring royal. The brothers got along well and became Emperor Ren's proudest support. No one doubted my teaching skills anymore. My wedding with Princess Si was hosted by the emperor himself. A grand affair. Afterwards, I asked the emperor to let me retire. Just wanting a rich bit of land to live free as a lord, though everyone was sad to see me go. They all understood how I felt. The emperor granted me 100 miles of prime land in Jiangnan, making me Marquis of Leisure, no need for court duties. I took Princess Si, Qingguiru, Qingqing, and Songhu with me to Jiangnan. Even the empress was sad, but she knew this was my best ending. The two of us promised, every spring when the flowers bloom, I'd return to the capital and visit. In the watery town of Jiangnan, Shen Yulu opened the biggest clinic. He promoted medical advances like alcohol sanitization and C-sections, saving lives, praised by all as a living saint.